Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
Ghana Montie.
All this and Kwasi Aboagye. Kwasi Aboagye.
Onye yimu. Nukretrodo. Kamagine men kamagine bo. Mama yentie. Kwasi Aboagye 100.9.
Kwasi Bonkwe.
Need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi no asogo ena ekwada ya main that also aduonu mienu. Mema nyina akwa ba bio meba Jumedi no so nkomo no nyina gina ye amanyosem ho. De bonkrata mu nkomo ni ne ekoso my Ghana mu edi akotene e the various news online portals. Eno ne atena se ena ukoi ye de ebre mu se ne ote ni Kwasi Aboagye. Me na me di Jumedi ho chiame akwa ba. Jumedi no koso na se wa adwenchia betimi dia fa text and WhatsApp line. It was 0206972444. 0206972444 and pay na wodi eye adwenche no edi aba yansha se yanji de bon krata no anyone sem na ma akoma ba fi na kwaku obade atranse mo ebu akinkan ye de bon krata no edi amai anyone sem no yanko
bragasi ye shase na ye kwa anim ye se tietia so bio na peche kura na daily guide ana ye de shase bio afoku nimfoni da ha Gregory afoku nimfoni da ha ora Adams Mahama wu a nipa bi ekoto asigu no so man wu ya ne honsam ejina court ama kratai ede aba ana wade yisi boss imfoni ede aba betu a jinmensa ana wo kasa se bi adwuma na wo ye no wanko krokro bia ana wanko dada obi a wanko pa achew ansa na ye di dwumadi no ema no eno soso da ha outi ya asese aba bedane emra no soso ehonsam kratai ede aba obi akane na wo ye boss ede ma senate ene nipa makoma nan wonum case akodi court no soso no kratai ede honsam ede aba Ghana man pen na do dan kwakufu ado odo river ye timu no odani ko twa wisi akwa hwese na dwumadi no eko okoya wose dwumadi ni koye pa ya timpa manakoma ato ne yem ansa na momfa dwumadi ni mrawe ye de na de Ghana fo pese wonum hunu na ababededwa daily guide
Daily graphic and Suda Bokrata no anim hanu Ghana man penny na nado dan kwakufu adu nyame adom sisi ade abrewa ayipoma kwamu ama RTI Act no watimi ede penny secret aso ama wadi atumu a sisi ade January bosome de to so eye January bosome emfim pinini eduonu no na chese ni dwumade ahyase kra en wasande afutu akode ama Asamoah Jan baby jet se wonze sana adwene kakra na fei kwasi apia entimi emfa no enka 11 players no mu nyina entimi nkonka kambomu na Egypt 2019 no bibia entimi nkonka ye papa emfa emwa Ghana ye bobo ensem nso na EC boss nso ma Mejen Mensa nso eda hanu a wo chese nyade a kana nansem bia bekwaso ewo mfie binini aduonu abato ye kwakoto no eti sensem a amanyokuo bi kan wo mu enyai na DVL boss nso sabre wo chese aban adwuma eku ahodo no mu no wono na ye de ahenche no ahye no se wo ye best CEO of the year daily graphic amanebo eno no
today enne de ubokrata na body truth and enlightenment na wodin semna bapa chakpo ana egu anim hanum sei Ghana man penny na na do dankwa ekufuado ana wone Dr. Joseph Siao Japan executive chairman at the Major Spon group of companies wojin ha watch ya enije wo mu pa ana watch se odo adwuma na won mu ti gotesinu no kwasem ni koyi papa ba se ro matim no nakoma atimi ato ni yem ye kwa wode Asamoah Jan nimfoni ede aba baby jet ana watch se blaster no wanya mobiu sidi nizu woni biu sese nimfoni da ha ama manfo pa na pancho so yesere Asamoah nkwa ya yenie yenkoje kapunti boy na yensanko emra na do danko akufo Ghana man panin ono so dakra taye ni manmu wo serepa na ni agye ne ho se ana wo chese right information bill no asese abada ne mra no ankase na ni agye ho bi asese yi ensem bi enwa ebetumi ahinta bibia ba bedadwa amma de sentrofo pe no wo monsa ebeka today.
The find that Bokrata no so ebo RTI Act no so ehun ensem a wo chese Ghana man panin na do danko akufo adu isi ade ono so agye atuma wo gidi ye papa se betimi aboa amarket ase hyen so ase atimi atu afi o my Ghana me beboa ye ka bi memka bia mamuo no so pa na eye two radio stations nso a eno nso no Ministry of Communication wo mo atumu no wo chese ne mu achitafo anase etiefo ni nyina en wo mo ede oye kire so nko chenkyire nchepa ede ahye so wo mo kire se enya de wo omo ene aban no ekọ bankrom kura e wo saa na montuo na wotu ye ne ho a they find that Obuakrata ebo ho amane
the informer so de ni and wo bo amane se radio gold ni XYZ radio ebetumi a yensan famara sisi a we yekuo bi a wo mo to de amane NC4 so mo hwe no masa radio stations mienu no ensa enni dwuma ana manfo busa sa de yato na wo de Ghana man pani na ado dan kwakufu ado nimfo ni de aba o man pani da John Dramani Mahama ono susu mfo ni aba ana man pani da John Dramani Mahama de ato man pani ekufu ado enim ni wo chese won prepare hand over note nbi ento den abato e ba beto bedi ntwo ye betwe na boso oni nkunim enti nkrata bi esese wo ye no gya chire de ma ono man pani da no wonye nto dada ne duru ha anye too late eno nsem ana wo de abakrata isusu ebomu bie
Ghanaian Times da Obuakrata no so anim hanom no wo hwa Ghana man pani na nado dan kwakufu ado ejina hanom na ma mi Cecilia Abnada Panso e wa ha na afei ye contractors fuwa yi bi nso a wo mu 18 Odo River no nso mu ejina hanom a wo chese Ghana man pani ne ma me e de wo mu ani kwatwa bi si akwakohwe ti a wo mu tim no mo gidi ye pa se betimi aboa ama nsuyira hodo no eto atimi atwa e wo omai Ghana mu se nsuo no eto kese pa Ghanaian Times e bo ho dewro
Nka man so aka ko din komo chi masa bana ya to aso ahwe nsem no se na city wo ye de Bonkrata no me nka man so Reverend Isaac Osu Bempa founder leader Glorious Word Power Ministry International ye no nin komo kakra nsem ba ko mi no epia ba beto dua na de Bonkrata ba ko enso nimfoni de ni wo no se bedi no so nkomo Reverend ase mo akwa baba ni FM so anope
no me just me train
boko na so
na me ado me
Emsa manfo a wo munim waka wo munim so nim ban ball bo so a na we obi a na obobo pa meboa
and crepa
me shas ye fio sanse ni aba beto dua Black Stars captain na Samuel Jan CCA was say Black Stars no kra no wona mobium o call retirement AFCON 2019 ya ekwe wo yini ho afim enra aba beto dua man panishia coach and the management team ni Asamoah and the team ni ebobo ban se yesi anhwe a obesan asesa na adwen ene ne eka ho na ba kwa making kan o baby yesi wo na oka kire Kwasi apia se Asamoah ye nyina mfi ho no mo a enya ade Black Stars se ye betimi ade AFCON bi sanete
me pacho enya no kre we dey machia no machia watie fo enya no kre me kra ko cha Kwasi apia se me hu no kra be 6 years aba na me to sprinters into yenua audi saka na me koko no mo koko ye exercise into me kan one day bi na ye bobol na ko cha Kwasi apia ba o eno obechia me ne bonko mo kama if you ko be influence ani me hu ko cha Kwasi apia biem de besi me into bia kase maka bibia kire ko cha Kwasi apia na namba mpo minim ena me kra no mintimi nkasa because me African Cup of Nations na Ghana ekobo no me nyina ba bi mpo me kie ne comment fa ho to so bi kase so bo su bem pase ye nyina ye nua osahene aye Asamoah elidi team na Ghana bedin kugu anya no kore me nim pakro trust asem no me eno anadwo na me tin sa asem me ne ye nua kwamiamo a wo kefe edi hu nkomo enti anya no kore Ghana ko me nyina ba dan kansa ye nkrofo bi no mo kansem de edi gumani mase eno mo kansem de to me so me nka bi da se ye nua Asamoah elidi team na Ghana bedin kugu ye nua Asamoah we madamfo we mini aketwa wo baby kura oba Ghana o bobol ho na me bobol me atamosis mo ene soka doctor mo ye ni nya na bobol enti nyame anim ni me nka sa asem no enya no kre eyobi na di atomiso minim ho hwe
ebi no se ayi Black Stars ani African Cup of Nations ye kwa ye ntimi anyi cup ibi ni nyina ye sunsumu ade aise ya fom wa kwan bi so ene ne kaka kan bi so se sansense mu wati bi pen se na hunu ye sunsumu ade ana we no ebia eno nyame nyinkyire
nyame adom ni nyame ni enimie me hu bibia asa se no mi bi ena da Ghana Black Star for so eno mo ko African Cup of Nations a omuntimi nye cup e die nyame mie mani ma me hu no hwe me hu no bibia timi nka ho bibia ɛnyɛ no kora sima gyina baabi aso aka biribi afa saa asɛm no ho ɛnyɛ no kora.
That's Anope. Now, young share in some teacher Anope, your friend, share the new crusading guide. Kweku Bako Anas murdered Ahmed Swale says Owusu Bempa and dares them to sue. Sasemi okay, we na kwa koye mremu asemo. What can BBC say? He said, Kweku Bako ne Anas woman omukunwe Ahmed Swale.
You me that say. Me no, me to me baby, me count, but so come. Na me few, na sa come be. Na me few are. In plans and so no. Miss One here, Memo who say, Nansen Baku for you. Sapa Penny Fen Kubako. Or the near Simiso. I mean, Nimboni Amayeno. Minina baby in Atemda, Min Cassentiana da. Na o Macassa Kidia Bacoso. A brantie, it me Cassa or send me Usu Bempa, me to say, Sabi, be a wee be a chamia, me dance you man, pass Ruby and Nimiso. Na on tias ye senkrofo mpo ekozu bempa na sore dem ho na sebe omom ko ozu bempa sore wona nyansafo bi anim no bi onim nyansa ensore enkonkotro ozu bempa na sore dem ho omom ko ozu bempa na sore dem nyina ya jimifo omunim nyansa ba me pese me kache kwaku ba ko se ye on lawyers e o masore o judges bi e ba ho masore nom ye wo sebe doctors any a teacher for omoba Owusu Bempa masore ho enunti no ni panso o kasa asem no o kan bre bi atwamu manfi no wasa ka bi na nanse kura de o se oba be demonstration e de atia Ghana asofo say politicians any amman penifo a omodo mo ho abo asofo na omni asofo nam oba be ye demonstration de atia sankrofo no na asofo a Ghana nya papa na titumi Owusu Bempa me nya papa sanfe na kwakọ kase ye betimi abompaye am ye hunu kwala na o mayira no I believe someone na ye me interview e won need tepem ha say enkrofo say ye difo Ghana ha ye ne yesi ehunu ade na takra de kwala ye o mayira yi nti yentimi enche baabi an kwala no wo wo ye me interview na o kan sa nam so ye betimi abompaye amanyame ya adom am ye hu baabi an kwala no wo na Ghana krofo bebrebe mu asofo na baabi a Bible say Yesu ko ye homo anyina ntum no wantimi anye ahodinwuma wo means wantimi a make impact e wo honom wantimi anye nsenkyene e wo ho na so wonyi sofo ni ya nya bia sofo no so beba mfaso ama na sebe omo gi Ghana asofo di se Ghana mampani na nado dankwa kufuado oje asofo di oje mi Owusu Bempa midi osaji asofo bebrebe edi yo mpanifo pio Ghana no mo gi asofo di amanyofo bebrebe di asofo di timi mom de se Ghana mampani freme enam gidi owo e wa asofo mu nti no ofra ye betimi abompaye amanyame be adom am ye betimi ehunu kwala no asema me kan man kabone kofo atani asem wi ama bidi mu di matem ama chesensima metete no papa eni enyan ema em se abusua no mpo o mo kasa manfo se ohumi Owusu Bempa obebo masom se me kan sa asem no na he ya se me kase ye mompaye ye betimi abompaye hunu kwala no a me hunu bone a Owusu Bempa maye me di mpae bodi me di Nyankopon di se awurade betimi abambi ama nsancheni bi sa esi na kwaku ba akon de makwa kwatena P7 kwam se pa kan program no so na kwaku ba akon di matem se me Owusu Bempa me nim nyansa na omo mu ko Owusu Bempa so ni nyina enyansafo bi anim se bia jimifo na ko Owusu Bempa so ro me so ma so ro no akukudam eni mpanifo pi ba ho ese kwaku ba akon fe so kire se enu ntimi so ma reply no me so ma kama dwena kire no because this is not the first time we di matem bi atwamu manfi no wasa be di matem bi no di matem so di matem de fra masafo manyina se me ne masafo manyina ye nim nyansa ye sabe ye jimifo aso pe se me ka che kwaku ba ko so nim nyansa nchen me masafo ma eye nyansafo enimdiefo wom atitrufo wom ena omo ba Owusu Bempa nchen no akukudamfo wom akasifo wom onimpanifo mo ba masore onimpanifo mo ba mifie timon kasa asem na oka enti sa asem we se na ma me so me kasa da kwaku ba ko enye ono nkwa ne abo Ghana ama no na nyu ono nkwa ena se bo onim nyansa o Ghana ha na so obekọ so didi matema ene emesume onsem bi ka kire no saa me swale ase ho anwa no oni ari mi ya no e be kum saa boy no na opa on fa me court na me so beba be yima no na eno nanchen mo mutimi disika ko mo bi na ma saa video no wo video no a na mo di nipa na ba betuja so akwa akwaje bribe saa na mo di ye opani Kwasi nantechi edi gu nanim ase mututu mo mani so obi anu okasa mo si nanim yi ha wo ari mi yawo a wo ye saa de akukwaku ba ko tan dachi hwade a ekoso wo Ghana ha eni said ye musi ye mo madwuma wo ye journalist saa ne ye adwuma so discover ka ko mo bi no asa video no asa de akwa kire ne se so am discover beba be gu anim ase because every kwaku ba ko se omo de ba asofo so no be start up mi osu be mpa so enam se no omo fo omo machine mesi mi fie omo fa mesi mi bedroom no omo fa kwasi ma sore dem ayan samfo ukoka yeso osu be mpa mu ade okata dodo le kwaku ba ko ne nsoma pikan ye wo de wudi matem so be kan bi a kire we how etumu nka sanse kwaku ba ko ma so ne pen fa react o ma kasa etimi sraga na fo mo ka sanse kwaku ba ko no onya na ho ode asimi so no ante sa me so metinta so kwakwa a kire no also be demonstration no so mehia na pa because Ghana nyo no nko ade ha obaka yeso osofo e no osofo nya abo tre die enti na kwaku ba kutimi kase eye jimfo ne ko su be mpa so de dem ho ba ne ka chen so omo ba ma sore eye sabi omo a omo nim nansa die enti na so kase e jimfo ne di sofo su be mpa chi enu ti na mo so makasa asem nti so kwaku ba ko no wan kana no watum na se da bia die enti am bia rimi ya ne ba mu no rimi ya ne di omo mi din ba me so ma sore fo eni mi osu bempa mi nyina ba bia mo kwaku ba ko din ade nti wo se kwaku ba ko bo mi din e de fra ma so me ma o de afra ma sofo afra ma so mpanifo afra mi tech members obi bia
enti we no kitra ko di mokoma fifire be fie atwere se yamfantifo kan won enu bi na akwa sign eye anas no kwaku ba kwa asemo kan ti
kwaku ba ko no mi nyina ba bia mo ni din da kwaku ba ko se hefa no artist mi osu bempa megina bo ni din bone da me na be respect ne pa no yo bi a me kana sempa ye tino so di matem di ma so fo ni na atem se jimi fo ne di osu bempa echi so for be ko osu bempa so do bia ennim nyansa
so for mimbusa
ya fo ne jimi fo ne be ko osu bempa na so
so for
ye tino so ka be di sai nyina
mimbusa enti sasam ya okay se aye kwaku ba ko ne kun ai ametuale no
oni arimi yawo no oni arimi yawo no
uwo nyina so
arimi ya o se
uwo nyina so out the casa because you say
papa na mi nyina so asenka menka na mi na bie mani na mi hu ye
because we no sani a church asema ayese atika sani esu anu na ye no se
me say mi huni ya mi bie mani ma mi huni se kwaku ba ko na arimi yawo no omu no mu kuma na so are eno mo de kwa akọ chef papa kene de Japan enye kene Japan de kum no eye ayi sa arimi yawo no ono ne kum ameso are no sa na mi hu ye
okay enti mbajo we no se na kwakota ni abeka no se nyame bie weni na hu ye onye se
na mi hu ye na no kura so mi nkanto no kura nti kwaku ba ko na wodi matem no onyi na no mfiri mi so no wa futuro bi a ontu arimi yawo ne fo because arimi yawo no video nkofo no di video no ko so kwa ko jisika wa mani sika no agu ani mase o video ya papa Kwasi nantechi yemi ya Kwasi nantechi so kwa ko ji $200,000 na wo tumi ya saa ye so wo tumi video krofo wa wo yi sika de mo bi no asa video no aba be guni pa ni mase so wo ye journalism tani ye no wa man krofo bebrebe adwuma bo mo wa krofo bebrebe ni mase that is bebrebe se bi kura ya ebi nu kura dwendwen ho anya stroke ebi nu kura wu efra sa asisuwa o sora o de chin krofo nsa one ayifo langard ena mu pun krofo e wo krom hanom obi antimi nka na wo fi se kwaku baako wono arimi ya na Ghana yanwene e ma mo nko ana skase mi enti ase eni kwa so so fo bi akasa esu kwaku baako da bia o kasa na de wo kasa wo feso obi be kasa ye nyina ye tua tax tutimi nka jam se ma men kasa na mi bi me na mi hu bi ameka wotimi nka nyam se men kama ntu wo church on kraka ene dididie nisu mi ye nyame nipa sɛ deɛ wo Ghana ho adwene na bibi kɔ so na nya wo twero no saa na meso sɛ bibi kɔ so wɔ Ghana na nyɛ na nyame yitima meso mɛka enti wo di le mu na meso ni mi le
ma membisa
wo kan sɛ ma men kasa ma so fo bi ankasa ma bɛka so fo anwa are you God
interestingly paper cry kwaku baako ne dia ne anas kuro ya wɔn krata no wɔde asɛm yi ato anim sɛ na tema so wɔn wɔde asɛm yi ato wɔn krata anim
wɔn pakro wɔn fa nkɔto wɔn bɛ twɛ nguru ɛsoro ɛyi Ghana mununkum no wɔn twɛ ngu Ghana mununkum ano wɔn pɔ wɔn nyɛ ɛyi ɛfɛnsɛ ɛyi ɛnfa mo bɔkurum na wɔn twɛ me se arimi yaw wɔn ne kum amɛsuare sama me mahunu me hyɛ me dem na me ma me hu yɛ I saw it na the Americans were true ko bi anka sɛ deɛ ne kan me bo ɛnokre na me ma me hu yi on the cool on the ball pass munkum no ɔno na man ko fos ka so
saa yi kyerɛ yi baaye bra woni ni nya asɛm ana abrantie ye kunu ana nyame yi kyerɛ because kwakwa yɛ sɛ
ɛna me hu yɛ ba me hu yɛ no me yɛ sɛ sɛ intrabiasa sɛ me nim sɛ siade for Ghana police for Ghana to me hwi you dey make him baby na wo kwaku ba ko men kan oda be di me ne masori fo nyina atem sɛ jimi fo ne ko to ben pasori ɛnya jimi fo ne ko to ben pasori saa de ne me susu de mahunu me suma kan ma Ghana fo nyina hunu sɛ arimi ya no oni pe kwaku ba no me tipa poni fo no mo Ghana ha awudie bebrebe wo ma na di no mu punkrofo no mo o mo diskaman krofo no mo sɛ video krofo wo kwaku ba ko sɛ wo do man Ghana na wa jin papa mo man Ghana na pe Ghana nkoso a kantra no ma rimi ya anya sa ne ma na o ya say ye dey pass of force ne be tete ko usu dem pass statifi wo kwaku ba ko so wo no abusuafo so e na mo statifi na e si Ghana sofo ye slow one a adetina mu Ghana sofo sa ono obi a no ti Ghana sofo ate a che Ghana sofo ne paso obi ani so e si se me ka se mo mpaye ye be hu kwala na ma ye bone we bone be du
so for where I said what the yapa now they can so
come here me so me reply and I mean what you say me fa ho yes gredu tembi no o di think of what mo se farasi fon kwasiafo farasi fon kwasiafo adimifo ni proper akwankyerefo Yesu Kristo o di atem Paul o se Alexander ko bring nyomfo no di na tem sa kese no Elisha kwad on friend sisre sisre wen kwala 42 ye nyina ye nipa what must say? I don't say they are so funny. Namusora would be a camp, say Jimmy for the coach to them pastor. Now, also so Kuba could get Jimmy for Emma, almost say, will be on the Kuba from them, Jimmy.
So for and by Joe, Anopa, I didn't chim patcho, a patcho. But there be so for one maintains what meaning in Comoa Hanope, and Tina Mestre, we need you more. I'm so in Como, baby, I didn't attempt. Meaning, you didn't attempt that on the starting year, and to a starting year, you finish it. What being casual or softball until the oil and yet. I mean, your softball until I say, did you attempt to muscle, or pure balls, or course, you been passed with the 80 minutes. You don't know Kubaco Casa. All can it be beyond Kubaco, the oil and yet. Also, been Pankwa, but reply, like I say, also been packed, and or Pentocan or Channel, and I say, no softball, no, you see. Softball, I mean, no chance of Rabbi did my attempt. Whenever I'm a media, who could back me never be a crumb with that. I didn't cry in Gopobi. Yes, sir. Well, and Nasi and a pay and FM common in fancy and saying, Yamin shop of papa.
Now, sir, and come on the BNC.
So for it is, I didn't know, Canada. But I say,
and come on and see, Timu Sami Diakin.
And Pacho, there ain't a person can't chat so cry. There ain't a person because many way so full.
Say, Kwakubako. So I show on only people. I, yes, so, Master and Penny for so, I press release be. I believe the Ebabon thing.
Okay.
Master for and Pennyfona Casa, say Kwakubako, on ye. Ghana nye Kwakubako kwa adi. Nti se bibi je won ma de busame atemdidi no min didi atemdi na wie na mpese me reply na mo hu se obi ansuro no e okrum ha obi ye sofo no mpese oni akoma nyame kura bufu nti saa nkrofo na wo mo keka se na sofo na udidi atem na hwan Yesu kura didi atem nti Kwakubako me ma wa beso me nkasa ntia nti asem na kan wo twese ameso metwe me so me sama sai se Kwakubako ba abonche be ka so wa twe asai say Jimmy for no call to Ben Pass one. What's the only microphone? Sabi, also Ben Pass one. The Bobby D. Radio Swa, Papa, who crab you. I could have 24 pounds about also Ben Pass one. Did you also catch a Jimmy for the call to Ben Pass one? I didn't also catch us. So also Ben Paddy, Passobi and so I to say before Chivia would dance you. Then a Yakras and Kofubi to Ben Panasem. Also Ben Pass, we Nanko Fakatran, and yet Jimmy for the call to Ben Pass on them. Didn't want to go back on Casa. Or Casa, the also beyond Casa you. A social Ben Pankwa the Casa. Hey, Nakodanias.
Therefore, Jessica Karamami, but Yenti anyway.
Religion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure churches is the right word. You suffer Kwame. Too many, of course, they are of nuisance value. And they are talking by heart. Saying all sorts of things.
Oh, Mr. Mugaka Obina Samo Asampa. No, or the Afra.
Look, it is sickening.
I know.
To be very honest with you, and the fact that some of them appear untouchable.
Yeah.
That is sickening.
Sofu. Now this is how
they say anything, say everything. They do all sorts of terrible things, and we are looking at them, and some are praising them.
Because you should also they are men of God.
Nonsense. Complete nonsense.
Look,
it's getting to a time, man. Some of us, and I repeat it, I've been attacked, meaning, but some of us will have to start waging a sustained campaign against those particular prophets or church leaders or whoever they are. I mean, we confronted the gun. How much more this? What are they?
Kasok.
What are they?
No, they are not Kasok. They are men of God. Small amplifier and speaker. No mic.
Look, it's about
no
time.
original boom.
I'm being honest with you. My mental kasa what am I doing?
Yeah.
But look, I've been observing and looking at the scene, and I'm telling you, it's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't let any of them feel untouchable. Yeah. Never.
Last week,
one on man with immunity.
Nyankopon, what's why Nyankopon man?
Nonsense. Who gave them immunity and indemnity? Who are they? What are they?
Men of God.
Nonsense.
But any Mukwame, can be there, baby, and Nyankopon, me the old pressure because we young cool down.
And I tell you, I'm advising the politicians who appear to associate with them directly or indirectly, and whose names these people capitalize on, directly or indirectly. They should also have the courage to distance themselves from the nonsense these guys are perpetrating.
As of now,
yes.
But in when you what to them.
You see, I have deliberately for the sake of Wu Station because I have a can baby. What do fry? What Wu Station fry? And sometimes collateral damage may avoid it. But at appropriate time, when we decide to wage the campaign against them, we will mention them by names. How about Semini? When down, yes, scaremong, spiritual scaremong, it's no, you DB, Nadam, oh, me win, you be well, oh, me win. I bet you name who before I didn't see. What's a bimus when you baby attack right gas and all, but one cat. Crap. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Take it back.
But
there's an assurance. It is actually, and you know it is. Also, the wheat will be separated from the chaff.
It's getting too much. I'm telling you, it's a man from sorrow. That thing is getting out.
I don't know whether we are being hypnotized.
Very soon, hey, you been here, our friend Jones and
Jim Jones.
Those kind of things.
Why should we? Baby Mason.
Yes.
One poison. I'm gonna tell last week.
One will develop to that stage.
Yeah. There's a video going around. What's the Bisabia? On also suffering or man spiritual healing about the bad. The
who the crow kissy.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Or you're blessed.
Some of them would think of we.
Okay, Kuba. Oh, I put this is radio. This is. Refine the language.
It's more than
when you are here about that.
I promise you.
It's more than the castle.
Be blunt. What do
why are they bad? In fact, what's nonsense? What's nonsense?
You know what X me more?
What?
Hey, or preacher, or cancer nemana. Then you find people that congregate.
But of course, why not?
Either why if you so I hypnotize more virtually.
Yeah.
And someone will come or say show one show. Look, it's a very dangerous thing. How?
Such ignorance is
So far.
Opening.
But you say what you need Montie say about the woman near Metie.
Oh, opening. This is not the first time. We did a Nansaya, the you. Bakono could be my attempt say a Jimmy from the course of them pastor, no booming.
But say you Nancy idea who and you Nancy idea who now they react.
Only two nina, your booming in any way now. So far, will be deliverance, I will kissing on our canoe. Maybe you can grass a Ghana ha. Maybe you can say Ghana ha. And I'm a pamacho.
But at least my establishes sir near boy. I mean one moving. One
moving now. Mine or cat say ye bompire. Ye bit me a bompire near Kualanoa. Oh my God. And your one I am interview. Say a benim nura. Well, one moving by first one of Bomidin or Bosu Bempedin. Now, say politicians are Modimu abo a software. And it's uncle for the one. Sebi, or so for bomb payama politician, Nambone Bernaba. As I see, so are you we. A man penny for a software, and when you meet your boo mine, if you take Bible mocking can you womb, when you make fresh soul, and will choose you Samuel. I did a car home. A Janet can be a soul, T. Samuel, the futusum, and then I'm a Samuel, Edema or not Samuela, and my soul, Namamu Corso, a down soul. It decided. Say ontie Samuel afitu sembi mo nyame je ahine ni finensa Joaida ono eno di Joash etana akonya so Joash tie Joaida nen samo kan ye nyina ema otimi bu oman no oman ne ko so yi ntimi de me ka magana fo nyina ate asofo ye do mo bu man ma ne ye yi na sofo bi ko ye bi anya eno ntase emfa sai asofo nyina sabe asofo papa wom if you be a men's home, into me, sure, so for being from so, and found condemn was so for you now. Nebuchadnezzar Mamu, Daniel will play major part. Pharaoh Mamu, Joseph will play major part. Ahasuerus, Amamu, Mordecai, and Esther will play major part. It won't mean can't let me say, I'm on your floor near man penny phone to move for a software. When Yankopa, yes, someone on, or Yankopo Bia, or say, oh, yeah, on mine now don't want to know so. Now, dinner cemetery or bow my coso. And Untingana man penny, or say the battle is the loss. Let's wonder than what to a disso, or Dinamia so for two. And Untimo being cassette, Sabi, Nicolas Sam and no four, and don't hope a sofa, no more for Moncoba wine. Now, Kubako, our Cassano, or did be Ekan at the correct sofa. Arimiya, what me a correctino. Arimiya, no man called Fosican was a video or mono. What me a correct is Arimiya. Argentina is so Venezuela. Now, planting to Nako will be the issue of Venezuela attraction. Ye are doing so, Mpuna ye, and some way you young dear. So, we're foot to Papa Bitu, no correction your back correct again as so far. Only can correct one neighbor, Arimiya. Our video for or better be video one the months can a video or we are not some face cabinet or baby good and master. At the end of my phone a chance I be and the Okuba Shenka. And what the Argentina Canada and Central Phony. Woman common from no being from one corner de Biomoka. Dear, never me out air yellow. Mimi fist a cry chain, a soft will be the okay. You please do okay. I don't think more this can now say video.
All right.
And also, we had the announcement video. You are here, open you in that 13 year. So, woman at Chedia, no Sama, go video, no, we are not saying the according to say, Mammy Sicantis are never be good enough. Kokuba, one footwear, on to Alimi no two on one so hopeful. What we can this work with Disca, no quantity for my quack with Disca. There be sorry as I know ye. Parabra.
Savo, medase, yan fancy anum saying. Anope.
I say
Ye. And medase pa nyamisha
Papa.
papa.
You are mobi dia. First one of mobi din tell me my reply no.
Mate.
And we know indirect speech.
Mate.
Me make a movie. It's my can me di wumbi. Tell me my reply no.
But at least say when we say why fair one no who for we timi dia to no an pepe nim. Why yes okay.
Oh so no who for. Obi no who for Ghana how. Na kwaku ba ko na ka just say me from kwata. Me from name from the chat. Opa omra. Ba bi opesi esia bia opa o mi esia. Me from 1 quarter 1 minute.
Hey.
Last story I work on. Oni kan kasa no ntu no sofo. Owi anu aba bitu asofo akafo.
Medase. Let me show.
Yeah, me sure.
Reverend Isaac Osubempa, founder, leader, Glorious Word, Power Ministries International, NEAT 100.9, Ghana Montie Jumedie Sunu Asiogwe.
Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie.
Right, Yantuasu Yanshasi, the Bonkrata, and Comono Sene City Womuno, Yanfa and Co. Suba, make us what drink channel, pay waiting media for text and WhatsApp line, so 0206972444, 0206972444, no pay na wo de aba adwinchene bi, and one here says Kweku Bako is right, being insulting Osubempa. These so-called men of God always talk. All right. Osman from Jolu. Please tell Osubempa he's not the only prophet in Ghana, and he should respect himself. The insult is too much. That's ACP Pokuyase with that. One here says, Kwasi, at times you disappoint us. You disappoint some of us. Why do you call Osubempa this early morning? Don't you have anything to do on the airwaves? I'm shocked. Is he really a man of God? That's Adamu from Akwetia with that one. Okay. And one from, and so what, writing from Apegusu in the Sojaman district says, look, since Osubempa has decided to take off his cassock and veer off into the gutters, some of us will also serve him a dosage of his own bitter concoction. This charlatan is now upsurging a non-existing authority to himself just by virtue of his relationship with the President of the Republic. The President must be bold to distance himself from this. He's an apology of a prophet. Any intellectual listening to your interview with him this morning will know this man is only throwing his weight about. He's only being overly emotional. Look at him citing Jesus Christ of having rebuked the Pharisees as his reference point. It is sickening. By their fruit ye shall know them. Kweku Bako is 100 times better than him on any day. That's in so hot, writing from Apegusu in the Sojaman district. NEAT 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedie Sunu Asiogwe Adwinchene 0206972444. Yento aso yanje de Bonkrata no mun komon Kwagu.
Bragwasi anopai ye bawrem. Ye dikan tietia so ama na epeche. Ye wie ni sa ape afe ni ye beche. Etie wrem na daily guide. Ne grata fa etoso amiensa. Ana maba begine na easy boss ehonsem ane egu ha. Ewura jin adukwe mensan. Ne honsem ane gu a kyere se. The worker time mpanifo ne samufo ebo pino toto na no. Ebusa ne nsem bi de fa na adwuma wo ye ho. Ana won mo busa se. Mami je mensan yi. Adwuma na wo ye ne sabi. Ufu akuntuna se kodaada wo bi. Uko pa achew. Uko krokro bi. The friends lobby no. Uko lobby ya nsana. Ye de adwuma no hya nsana no. Sembe na ebusa yi. Me ko lobby de yi. Me mitiwe de bi da. Enya de me ko krokro bi a. Ansana electoral commission adwa no. Ye de ema me de bi kra. Nemmom adwuma no de enoa na sefata ye de ama no no. Wankobɔpono. Ana wankɔsere obi a. Adwuma na na chinchinye ana ebehwehwe no. Eti so manfo obusa sa. Enya no kura da sese be kunya no teso no ho nsɛm te sa ebi so kura busa sa kunya no teso no ɛhye ɛso hyepa Ghana bato na fom ne ade a ɛno nsɛm te sɛn no teso ho isi akunya nya kunya ɛhye okɔtena so asefo che otena so yɛ adwuma mu akoma tɔ yam sɛ bo to wɔnkɔ dada ɛnkɔ dwen sɛ na kunya bɛ na makɔfo bɔ mebuyi akunya bɛ na makɔkɔtena so yi da bi da ɔdwene sɛ dwom bɛ yɛ nie enu achi oha bia ni ne so enti obusa woro ma yetoto na no se omo hwe nanimu a omo hu se watoba ha na why stress anaso wabere omre adwuma de obeya kusise ne brebe so na obekro daily guide
Daily graphic da obokrata no krata fa eto so miensa eho enema ba begina na ni nyina no efa RTI act no eho asisi an Ghana man pani na nado danko akufuado enrada na abrewa yipuma kwam a woche se wotimi ede pen esi krata yi so egitu mu se wom asisi an wodwen se we ya wage atumu no ebetimi aboaye papa amakata hye proye kankan ni dwimudie no ase ebetimi atu ewo Ghana mu ama ye kemi be minka bia mamu no so ebetimi akọ enkan ye papa na wo chese sa ITI bill we no wo mo draft no wo afia pem ahankro ne aduokonokono na se enrada na Ghana mampani na nado danko akufuado wo no ene eye mampani a watimi age atumudi a ene na chese awiawia ene ya twena bo so pa ache pa emfinhia aduonu eni 20 years ene de chese atadwe yate den na ai ene adwumaku awodo ene ekuaku awodo a wo mo bo na ye demonstration awodo eti ayesa amsa aban ne beso obaji atumu na dan ne da nyina so wo kasa ai ene wo mo bese ye betimi agba awura baabi ne yetimi akọ hu ene market asesha awodo a ekoso wo abadwuma yekuom ene ankrankra adwuma yekuo bi a kire so wo betimi agba awura makakọ ye mpensempensemu ho no mo hu ene awodo a ekoso wo ho no no na ni nyina mu no na chese enrada Ghana mampani etimi gitu mu a sisi ade anwumaku awodo no ani agiye papa ama chese ede ensende na ababeja nsentwofo nso so a wo mo chese sisi ade o mbetimi anya akwanya no abo awura abadwuma ekuo bia mu no matimi akwakoje ensem bia no a wo mo pese wo mu ye hwehwemu yie ede fa ho a atadwefo wa sisi ade o Ghana o Montie Ghana yetimi atenen na ye RTI bill no yetimi agi atumu ede ama Ghana
na RTI bill no ho na wode aba ewo daily guide mu ase ya no de nsem na abeguo na Melvintalu empo na atwa asemi ede aba no je se anwuna wia na Ghana mampen na nado danko akufuado se dem nwa aba boss no ode mmara hye ne nsem na ne wosane se wa ema je se kwan mutene ye ema RTI no ebeda ne mmara de edikan na eye bill na ebeda ne act ana fifiri ho aba be ye mmara law asise de eba bebo adwuma krata e bo mane se be 17 years ni ana RTI no eba ya na kese se empenfo to mituto ho ne ma na hyase eye mmara na nso so ye twekọ ne ye twa ba twekọ ne ye twa ba na abedu mpempe so mampani na nado danko akufuado ne bren so ana sabire wode ne pen asan ase a tise dem aye mmara wo kyese wasan amana ye mmara de na nso so se hyase di dwuma pa no de na se be hyase 2021 emu January bosumia edikan wo saafini mu ana kyese ebe hyase edi ne dwuma ankasa na Ghana mampani na ankasa ekyirem se saa mmara yi pa ene abadane mmara yi de saa bili abadane mmara yi de no kwasem ni na ni agene ho ankasa esan se RTI no aman hodo a ekuta saa mmara na omudi di dwuma no omo ya aman kakra bi enti ebe kan se mprempre yi Ghana so akoka saa aman no a omudi saa mmara no eye dwuma ebebo pa ama se yakop information bi efra ban mu eni ba bi etesare nyina no eho dwumadi ebe mere pa
na daily graphic esan eto aso won komoboni mu a efa RTI bill yi ho enu wo chese Ghana mampani na nado danko akufuado enra danso enra ensem a etwagu ye na nyina efa asamwaja no ho baby jet a kire se wo kwa retirement wo mbobo enfa ma black stars biem enra da wo chese Ghana mampani na nado danko akufuado etimi ene empanifo a wo mo eboa ema chese ye bo obodwuma ekuo ni timi konkan nyina ehia ye em wo frɛ abrantie eka kire ne se onsa kira na adwensa ne be ya coach Kwasi Aboagye betimi as ede no aka ye team ne ho no matimi akobobo ewo Egypt mining.
That's 21 minutes after 7 need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi sino aso gwe na yenko ahomano so de bon krata no chichiwe ne ohwe nimu asemba ko edi akotene fa ye RTI aba ye mresisia Daily Graphic can was the president ascends to RTI Act. It comes into effect in January 2020. Ufaye Ghanaian Times said the House saying President assents RTI law to take effect from 2020. Daily guidance so can was RTI now law. So yanko amano so na aban chiami aban kasama for Minister of Information Honorable Kojo Oponkroma. Yanu ni nkomo. Honorable Yadasimu akwa baba ni TFM so anope.
I was a so me charity for some.
T4 Joseph Papa. Well, so since you are a jabo sometime RTI no I am Ranessa meboa.
I am Ranessa. They are 34 pay the omnina hair, the omdioma come DH in a bem. By 17 years in Ghana yaka RTI on some if I were first draft in 1999, so that's about 20 years now. And yeah, first draft. Na say me bon tofa me ka say akukudura na wo say yinya de pass no na yinya sa akukuduro no emfem pass ye. Ya men cha de under sa 7th parliament we say any president Akufo-Addo yinya sa akukuduro no from both parliament and the executive April 29th and I shema ne be emra president de pen green no or the sign say ababa emra wo Ghana memhazinti na wo Ghana mra ITI ka hobi
well na yan sure man panyi bra wo sign sa mrai ni nsem ne bia wo kan ye na ba kwa me pese mi gina so na bia me di busa se CCA no ade we ababa ye mra no ebeboa na enhance quality of governance in the country I know so beboa ma akoatia corruption okuna ye kun ewo Ghana hanum say no me ya sure say we no it means say aban wo chefa wom ena bia o man no so timamufo na so we chefa wom ye hwe aban titu ade eso ye na sa ade we enye say mra ya san keke ne ba beda honum say na be gada dust as obruni kan
I see aban chefa e wo mun say sa bre ya hyema na be ye mra man pani asan ase no yesu ye behwe say entutu ye wo say tutu aban mu na emra ne ye adwuma no ya eni na o kan emra na o say ye wo information unit e wo aban akati bia na public institution bia sa information unit na o say wo information officers e wo a ye tren wo omotemra na se omote omo processes ase omunim se ye de krata bi ba aban mu ana ye bi ba aban mu sei na sa krata no ye di sie e wa aban mu ana se file no wa aban mu se obi bana se open information a ye hwe book we mu hwe se information ye wa na se ye ni ana exempt ana nye exempt na kwan we so na ye fa so eyi e de masa ni pakro no information wo ji ani boni ni ye hwe ni ye ni na sa ho fidie ni na mo hia warehouse society information ya di na be bua eno na bema timemfo no na centralfo no so no so o kase o kwa access information obekọ na mpani ampa information officer or information unit wo ho betumi akwa apply for information no na ne nsa aka no so de wo say or the coin or the anti ya fan say you be make sure say protocol say me say the back end infrastructure na available they will say ye DCS ye chire nyina eno na ye be ye no fitie na kopim 31st December na 51st January no so essential new so etimem ni ono so to me access. In fact, next week, Tuesday, exactly a week after President assigned, your first implementation workshop. I be fair na implementation roadmap na be ya sense na ye de akoyani.
Na yanhwɛ me hu daily graphic ni man sɛnea na wo si cheche musisi asɛ mu adwuma bi aso aban no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔyɛ fit sabere akɔpem bɛm sɛ ebronya bosumi no mu was the president assigns to RTI Act. It comes into effect in January 2020. And it means that we are yeti yadasi abrani amaya crash so okay. Yes, your man penny de Nensasha yak emreya sinti and yet me shodi ochina me bora kujo upon kroma hanum say the office but you hear some information we no. And yes, sanity on I fear a big remu bam 2020 no and I shall see sanity.
Maminche mukakra. Edi kind say a graphic 18 year kakra. Emran about into effect now.
Okay.
About into effect now. Once the president assents to it, and about into effect now. But part of Emrana, I say, and nobody to me a call. Obi a ura job on Chrome office. So we kwa koji information be na BBC. Part no. I just say January 2020. And son I to me access it. It's as Emran kind afana baby a friend of transition provisions. Maybe I will share. I was a parliament year not doing ye say, and remission in nay. It be a nay, I the year Juma and ye. Because, first of all, in conform by him run what Juma cranny and found by Juma training or Mumma or Kunya cranny table. And to dear grown as one for transition provisions, I shema, Emma, and Mrea, a dear ran when she say, and send a dear Jumana. Obey Shem ran there silent, but not be anywhere and then ye the year Juma a ye. And even your constitution, baby, I can say. Within 12 months of the coming into effect of this constitution, let's just say that, constitution, yɛsan aseɛ ma ne bɛyɛ mmara no yɛma ɛho afe sɛ yɛmfa nyɛ ho ntotoeɛ nyinaa wei no mmara ne sɛ at the start of the next financial year nti January 2020 nti aba into effect now but yɛn ne yɛbɛyɛ adwuma information ministry yɛbɛdi anim a yɛayɛ adwuma yɛ ho ntotoeɛ nyinaa between saa abere we say akɔpem 31st December so that by 1st January 2020 we'll send on call for ministries departments and agencies about say umbetumi anya information ko a yɛhwɛ ne ayɛ wɔ hɔ
and wohwɛ Ghana for bo mo tie ni tfm anɔpɛ sɛ niaban na femu deɛ sɛ nea wosi kan dwuma ɛsɛ sɛ moyɛ bia nea modi go akwam fi saa bra kɔpem bɛyɛ bronya bre mu 31st December na deɛ mobɛbɔ mmɔden ayɛ na nea metumi aba sɛ okay mehia information bi no by January 2020 deɛ metumi aba sɛ meba abɛgye saa information we no bɛyɛ adwuma
no asɛnka wo Jubilee House abra mampani ba adwuma mu a na sɛnkyerɛfoɔ no menim sɛ mo nua ba na nantri na wɔ hɔ bi mampani ba yɛ ɔfo soro tena ase apan ɔfrɛ chief of staff deputy chief of staff me Eugene ne ade ɔfrɛ sɛ mɔfrɛ mrama me sign ɛno ne first order of business so sign we no say go ahead implementation straight nti sɛnea ɔno ɔde speed awɔ mu no saa na yɛ speed yɛdi akyire na yɛtumi make sure by 31st December no nanka yɛwie ho bibia na by 1st January no wokɔ sɛ wokɔ apply for information bia on sa kasa information no
meda sikojo but ansa na bɛkɔ no ni die mu a boa me kakra wɔ hanom sɛ menim sɛ asɛm baako nso aba bɛyɛ nkɔmmɔdie pa wɔ Ghana hanom gyina Ghana Black Stars Asamoah Gyan ɛne ne krata ɔtwerɛ de bɛto ɛyɛ abɔnten sɛ CCA no AFCON 2019 ɛbɛkɔ so wɔ Egypt no kora wɔnkɔ bi ɔyi ne ho afi ɛyɛ Black Stars mu ɔkɔ ahomegyem retirement to adwane sɛ ɔmampanyin nnura ahyia ɛyɛ Black Stars mpanyinfoɔ normalization committee Asamoah Gyan camp nso nkɔmmɔdie no sɛn na ɛkɔ wie because ebi ka sɛ ahwɛ Asamoah Gyan bɛtumi asesa no adwen sɛn na ɛkɔ ɔmampanyin hyia
nokora nyame anim ni na menni inside hɔ bi saa berɛ no na me nso mɛtia me no akyi kɔ akɔyɛ bi foforɔ but brief a menyaeɛ no simply put ne sɛ aberɛ ne aberɛ bi ɔmampanyin ne Black Stars management team ne ɔma ɛhwɛ football so sisi no aberɛ ne aberɛ bi a ɔno ɔmo hyia nti ɛno ɔsan ne ɔmo hyiaeɛ of course ɔno ɔmo hyiaeɛ na asɛm baako a aba saa berɛ a yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ yɛ preparation towards AFCON no AFCON ne preparation ne mu no so na ɛmi sɛ owura Asamoah Gyan na ɔse ɔpɛ sɛ sɛbe ɔde ne boot ɛto hɔ nti mente aseɛ ne sɛ ɔmo general meeting ni de ni na akɔ so ɔmo didi ɔmo ho nkɔmmɔ wie no based on nkɔmmɔ na ɔmo di yɛ no ɔmampani ne owura Asamoah Gyan di nkɔmmɔ sɛ n'asɛm na ɔka no ɔnye ho biom na ɔne Black Stars ne management team ne mpanimfoɔ ne ho nkɔmmɔ na Ghana anya the full gamut of obiara ebetumi atapo into n'ahoɔden ne ne nyansa ne adeɛ ɛde aboa adwuma a yɛkɔ akɔyɛ no nti aseɛ no no nti ɛm sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ anim na yɛhu baabi a ne poma si berɛ wɔ
Vedasi anope nyame nhya papa kojo
Miss Medasi
Rakojo Ponkroma aye Minister of Information aban chiami aban kasamafo anope need 100.9 Ghana Montie jumedie sunu asogwe feel free join us with your thought comment this morning it was 0206972444 and I'm struggling to locate my tablet to just read some of the comments that have come through anope ewo jumedie so mo fanche me wo hanam say na Mamenko mefa ensem ne bia ba no komoni vi mo comment ni bi fetwem now Tai from Finland says it's very obvious that Nanado and the NPP government and his NPP government are determined to silence the dissenting voices of NDC and sadly enough they have managed to connive with some so-called neutral media stations to execute this diabolic agenda against democracy. I expect Man FM to be the ones to be silent about major event of the NDC, but supposed neutral media are proud and happy to sideline NDC. Interesting days for Ghana's democracy. Don't you agree? Tay from Finland with that. And to this one here from that's on Chiniba Kwame Brako Akora. Taifa says, former President Mahama attacking the AC is completely fallacy. Yeah. If he has realized that the race is getting tougher, that he can't stand, then he must give way rather than attacking the EC. And that is Ochiniba Kwame Brako with that. And Mukala Jonas Adi Yakari says, former President John Mahama must note with all seriousness that Ghana does not need him to authenticate the Electoral Commission's office before we trust their mandate. That is Mukala Jonas Adia. With that, now, Honorable Yunus Afuseni, I am Mashebe General Jeremiah Tamale Central, RTI, Baby Aqua Kodini, Honorable Yamakwa Baba, Nita FM Sonope. Boko, Monsieur. Emsa Basbody and the Biba Boy, I'm Mashebe Jim for Musumu Boy, Masisi, RTI, or Mampeniden and Sa Ashasia, Ababa Yemra, or Honum saying, Mebois.
Oh, and the crap, na. They here say in the Japan say the bill no abadane law and the because anybody about so omodoso because bill start every IE omoho there 1999 hono ever seen the general framework no they started a check almost all the governments I just bibi kakra wo ho the Japan Society say a new legal regime they ever help expose public officers to more scrutiny by the citizens.
Diana Usu said, well, man, Penny didn't Sasha, no. What are you expecting, say, be a ABC Fisabriakui in terms of the RTR?
They me expecting to say, to see about the name, a normal law in Cassia ne for a versatile juma, but Billy and Saturday Juma until 1st January 2020. Until me expect to say the finance minister and the government will address challenges there. Emma Omu, as I just say, shifted the operational date of the bill to 1st January 2020. If we say and yes, I will still somehow deny, impede, or in any way limit the opportunity available to Ghanaians to be able to access information that has been generated through the use of public resources.
Okay, all right. And that's what, so at least, who say, I buy no, so ye be at least by 2020, no, a bit my year, Jumani, they say, Utimi, Yameboa.
That's what I expect the government to do for now, because the China will be caught by the time, by sleeping and napping. And so, even civil society organization, the media, we should all police and ensure that to be able to effectively operationalize the law, no, or shall say, from Shisia, or Kodrusa time there. Build up into law.
Ebinsu can say, sir, RTI, CC Ababa Yembre. It means we one step closer to at least succeed in our fight against corruption. Senator Timau.
Well, it's not exactly so. It is not exactly so. But RTI is essential legislation. In the anti-corruption legislation, your friend sunshine legislation, because it exposes public activities, public expenditure into more scrutiny by the citizens. RTI bill shifts the paradigm of power from the government to the citizen. No information can potentially be exempted from public scrutiny. See, that is the basis upon which probably a cancer. But we have similar provisions in the Local Government Act. But up to now, and so it requires a committed, dedicated citizenship, a citizenship that is willing and able to push for their rights and utilize the law for the purposes of good governance in this country.
Minim say RTI a baby I do issue and a bit of concern and comodipa has to do with near banker Minister of Information can say well the implementation of the law no who bebe here said one more establish information unit in all public offices one more sign ebe fa adwuma for one more train ni sadie we still I almost that say they have to do this and an Honorable Minister Nadine come say so that is what Omobaba Fisabria copying by December 31st. I mean, saying now we check more on saying. So sadly way mo kasa tia say well we have the offices the offices are there in here but still I bind that switch na honum say dia nas mreshe bejeni mu be mu jani sa na mba bibi afa ho.
Oh, so say there yentimi nye bibi fa ho but me knew ya adwe. I mean that was my position. In the position it is not a new creature. It is the operationalization of Article 21 of the Constitution. People still have the right, but they will have to go to court. Okay, occupy Ghana. Omuko court, the bad Brandon issue. And use Article 21 to be able to get information from the ministry. Now, that's why the law has been put in place to operationalize and provide the steps. We say, every day, information is generated through the use of public resources. Every day. And the officers are enjoined to keep records of the expenditure for accounting purposes, for audit purposes. It is not a new creature. And so the claim of government that establishing information officers all over the place is a ruse. It's an attempt to spend public money. It's a ruse. Everybody who uses public resources is for his own good and for accounting purposes, enjoying to keep records. Necessary records, no, and in the law, no, and more opportunity, a right to access. So what do you need information officers for? And I actually say auditors ever audit books now. And I the public resources from the public officers will not be able to provide those books. Say queries they can't explain the queries. So I have always argued that the postponement of the operationalization date of the bill is just a ruse. It's a complete ruse. Because we can see, even in the ministries, departments, and agencies, information officers were on. And the law even says, if an officer is not designated or is not an information officer, an officer in the establishment should be designated. The law says so, as an information officer. So you don't need all this talk about how many millions or billions of cities that we have to use to a rule is just wasteful, needless expenditure.
I see. Yamfa no enso hanum say na menu wie nkomo story back where that Ghanaian Times actually is on page 18 says a group minority demo against shutdown of 2 radio stations. Na me hwe mpenfo no bi omko me hu din wom say uko demonstration bi wan ko bi on
nra na ye wo kofredwa no akosombo.
Okay.
Precisely at Senchi.
Okay.
Yani the subsidiary committee near here the constitutional instrument to regulate the staff of parliament.
Oh, okay. I see.
I would definitely have joined the demonstration.
At least so nya unu anu ye nra no fo so ofise ne kwan so no.
Oh, my brother. No way. And say mini kase efidie so na yakasai.
No correct.
Na efidie no ne wa ma kwan say mathematics madwin wo RTI so. Would also be sami on the demonstration. Nka eni ho on what medium will I express my views? So free speech can be curtailed either by silencing the people, that's it, intimidating the people, or closing down the avenue. So you see how free speech can be curtailed in a democracy. And so they would threaten the people. Say, Omoka, you remember in the Mumuni case, Okantia Kufuor government, the next thing was for him to be arrested and intimidated so that he doesn't speak again. Ukai E.T. Mensah. So you can do that. Or you can close down a station. Say, if the opportunity is not there for you to talk, let's talk in the pool here. You might have to go to a marketplace. And that is why we need to stand up against oppression, against dictatorship. against arbitrariness of state institutions. In fact, state impunity must be fought fearlessly. If not, your democracy is at a risk.
Well, you better say an opinion. Yamisha, Honorable Husseini.
Thank you so very much.
Honorable Yunus Husseini, Mrashe Juno Jama, Tamale Central, Neat 100.9, Ghana, Montie, so no Asiogwe, Nakasma Baye, Edu, and so not no watch ya boy. That's why I hear and some cost of my Ghana. I'm on your sem de one crat and won't come on near Dia Cotton or the various news online portals. Margin Cheney being so at time, Papa, Brano, me, if you heard him saying. Kojo Trumpet, tasty aspect fast food, says, in fact, I don't understand some NDC members at all, especially former President Mahama, saying he does not trust EC. Some time back, NDC said the Electoral Commission should be given peace to concentrate on its mandate to serve the country. Now, why indirectly inciting some people in the country against the EC? Potoffi from Insom says, we live in a funny country. 3 girls are missing for almost 9 months now. President Nana haven't invited the IGP and CID boss for questioning, but inviting Coach Kwasi Aboagye for the resignation of Asamoah Gyan, who is not fit to play for Mother Ghana. Nanado must get serious. He jokes with issues too much. That is Potoffi from his Nana Owusu OPD at Sunyai says that the 2016 general election results is still haunting the most incompetent John Dramani Mahama. This is why he keeps on complaining and making baseless allegations and accusations against the EC chairperson all the time. That's one from Sunyani there. And to Kwejo Edupako, president concerned patron of Facebook, he says, in fact, JM is speaking too much. Desperation at its best. You should listen to the EIU report before it's too late. And lastly, big ups to His Excellency for stepping up in resolving this Black Stars impasse. That is Kwejo Edupako, president concerned patron of Facebook. With that, Neat 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedie so no asegwe kwagu munkom
ya gbawrembra kwasi na de de kro de informer na ne kata fa no etoso enan ana mahuri aba beginen na ekuo bia wono mo from say Tertiary Education Institute Network of NDC and UCC chapter eno no ana no matutu bi ya koma Ghana mampani na nado dankwa ekufu ado ana wono mo chese o matiti nsem bi na omo nhyɛ da nyintum sensem no ɛyɛ no kore anaasɛ ɛyɛ tro enti omo pɛsɛ Ghana mampani pie babonten na obɛkyerem siase na de omo ateni en sɛ omo se wono mo loans a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde mom sɛ student loans no sɛ sika no senetefo dwuma mo de sika ni di ni de kan womo de sɛ sika no ɛde boa aban no ama ne project ahodo nyina no wɔde yɛ de ɛtɔso mienu abade sa lo ye sese nkode man kode asuafo yi wo de etua ne mpenifo wo di omubu oman no wo de tuo mka enu nti ana sika no ebeto saa bere nkora ne setumi nkaye nkora ne se wo matene sa atesem enu nti ana wo no mo efre Ghana mampani no se eyampa se student loan no se wo de tuatua aban mpenifo ka ade bi ye project ahodo enam senate nsa so na sa adwumadi no ekoso dia ene abanu mpie mara bontim prempren ya no makyerem siase se ye nokre anase dabi sa abanu ama makyerem sa de a ene de omate no wo de bedi dwuma atintesu kokko e de akyere aban no papa na omo ka ne se nye nokre na se sika no fakuntu ase bia sa de a ene na de na beto sa bere enkolan loan no wonom nsa entumi enkan akwa ebu achibidin abanu mara makyerem na entiase mara no mu kwan a esukufo no e de wonom ho ebefa so.
Yakwamano so Sami Obin, Executive Director of Parliamentary Network Africa. And pay RTI, Sisi Ababa Yamran, Samampini, and then say Tim Yamran, ACI, Emra. Sami Adasimu Akwa Baba Nita Femso.
Medaziminya Grisi.
Bakodia.
Chidi Ampada, Mamma, Hoya Pada also.
I'm the chair that Sue Bisebi. Now, me assure say way any GSM teach you, Ebia, you media Mudi, Niababa to Jamampini, and Yadin in Sasha. Billy Ababe Act CCA. Say that, Mamma.
As you go to me, chair, who needs a tearful in mra kunini constitution no ehihye bibia pepe mra parliament yi omuduma ezo omudina ensaya ahodo no omudini sasa nyina na ye printed de koma omampenyi wo two options say wo be sign and as wo be kase dey we dey memphis so ntimi sign and I think omampenyi chose the first option ono penigan ania or wasa akonya no so betimi assign it then he did what is mandated of him by the constitution there or signing, and I think that it is in line with the promise that we was State of the Nation address is and running a bed than any more pay or be making sure so be signing. General Mayetia said I'm running bed than any Monday in area and of it is Tuesday and past should be the right time for him to sign it. And I think that the process now is complete. We have an RTI Act and in January 2020 and Rana Shese Sanim Rea and not a bit near take it off no. In I say you say some really big drama be near take it off nicely.
So yantin kwada yanka so okay wa akunu yakwa wie ana bibi wa SSS yeah that's why.
Well, between Sisia and January 2020, no, I think said there are two main workers here to me. First one, yang Timemo for civil society organizations and the organization media and well-meaning Ghanaians in United States educate you about the bill, about the act. Sorry, so they a bit near Timbrana it's on the side of civil society. We put in place a lot of efforts to make sure say from next month they call a bit near in church ama Ghana phone United me access amraya send the woman and they are a bit used to the seeking a right to information. But on the second phase, no, so I say I buy my food be my media and as I buy my beer no so no making sure say the right internal preparations as well multi under this new law. Then they are January 2020 in the country and say and my nephew or home and more training at the idea of preparation must go on from the government side. Then they are public institutions and rather sure must be providing information or making that arrangement. But apart from that, so yet public institutions there and Brano Ghana phone it will interest us to know Brano say more providing information here. Public institutions, number one. But number two, private companies and so on also use to abide to Sika. Yet they abide to Sika more also also have the right, also have the responsibility to provide us information when it's requested for. For public institutions, on one hand, major government contractor, they tax a Sika they show money at the idea and also have an obligation. During this period, there's almost to make it short, almost to know maybe. Then next year, the full rollout in the
how do you imagine a bisa idea way about here okun against corruption okun ayekun etia corruption sana hunu?
Oh yes, the world over no any freedom of information law and as right to information law no. But for cancer, my friend, it's part of the sunshine legislation. I just say a boama nyoma ekosu sumasieno. It's mishearing kania editoso, and corruption is one of our biggest challenges as a country. So far as nyoma ekosu sumasie is concerned, it's one of the mra bit niaboyi pa ama a baby nyoma iniso say. Bibi Kosoni and Chassi, I hear rumors now about in terms of my information, and as a NIPA involved, no, it's not willing to give information. Now, a creative steps, no, to allow us to get near state information. Now, the details of the information to inform our decision analysis as a people. And I think it would play a very major role in our corruption fight.
Okay, all right, Sammy. But that's an opinion. I mean, Papa, no more. Sammy, I'll be executive director of Parliamentary Network Africa. And I need 100.9 Ghana Montie so no aso gwe ewe ye dwumedie and koma hodo e koso ne uku ye me ne de to so aduonu mienu.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie. All the same onye yimu nukretrodo kajine men kamajine bo mama yentie Kwasi Aboagye 100.9
Kwasi Bonkwe.
Yetoaso na Shiftman Atonsu in Kumasi says, I can only hope and pray that Madam Jane Mensah and her team at the EC will not give ear to former President John Dramani Mahama's frustration and will rather stay focused on their mandate and serve Mother Ghana. GM just wants to be head keke. Shiftman Atonsu. Oseminka Ejekum, NPP Chairman Kabul, Afghanistan says, please tell Prophet Usubempa, my advice to him is he should shut his mouth. I know him when he first came to Germany, Holland, and Britain. He's nice. He's a nice prophet, but he should keep. I don't get the other bit of it. So, Abdurrahman Bakon, Old Barrier says, the attention seekers, NDC, and their surrogates, Free Media Vanguard, can even go and demonstrate in the sea. We care less. Demonstrating against the government and the NCA on the closure of the pro-NDC media stations Radio Gold and XYZ, who refuses to renew their operational license since 2000, is a pure misplaced priority. Why rather not contribute money to pay for the debt they owe? That is Abdurrahman. With that, now, Masaudu in Bantama says NDC has no issue-based campaign strategy, so they will resort to insults, propaganda, and dirty politics campaign strategy. Kweku Bako is right. Okay, I think I've done that one from Osman. So, I mean, fancy, I'm saying, I mean, so they're bankratano. I'm remember.
Yeah, to us, the daily graphic, the Wakratano, and air to us, so Kratafeto Sudunsia, a ho and Mababejina. Na yebesha yesi na watwe mu emsene na watwe wie yakra e na yete se Ghana mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ene na manyokuo no wamu nyina eka se enya de electoral commission ene mu adwumayefo ni nyina ja se waji ni di ba akokura titiru eye ne boss no ankase mu opemu na wote adwa no so no womo anyini ndi ba akokura no womo gidi ye pa se emfie bi ne aduonu abato ebekwa akotwo no wombe yaka na bi wo mu ebe wie kire no kire se nkunim de ni nyina betimi akọ ede aboa ama MPP amanyokuo no asan afa benwa no edi subie mu na eno na enrada ma Jane Mensah a wono eye EC boss wode na probo a wode ekokọ wokọ ensentwerefo adwumakuo woduo ni nyina mu kokọ pie mu ewo multimedia company mu no wode ensem etu udwa ebra wo mbisa no se na aso ensem a MPP NDC amanyokuo na afeyi nso wo mo franka etufo Ghana mampani da John Dramani Mahama wo kan ye no kura na sa na obeye ne sa pepa na na ma Jane Mensah e kire se aya no wote nsem sa kura na eye na homote ye papa esan se ne papa kura mpo ne papa kurampo ena so wonne mampani bi anase wonne akanifo bi ana akansie omu nyina ba beka no masi akan no e de apre mampani di bra na enya de wo beye nwiamu bi ampo e de ama ne papa ba be fa benwa na di so da wo beye ma no kuradie adadi pepepe pepere ye no be na dadie wo kire se enya de wo be wiamu nya de wo beye enioma bi atese be wi akire no e be ma ye nka bi ma menka bi amamu no e be toto ne fom kra enti sansensem no a amanyokuo NDC anase amanyokuo fo bi eni omo franka tufo no ekeka ni nyina wo mu enyai na Ghana fo nso me mo mfo ma dwene emma wo mo kra esanse wonya na adwene so obetu sa na mo no kra no no nukuradie ene wodi bedi ne dwumadie se ne be ye mfie pidi ne aduonu abato no so bibia betimi awie mu edie
ya to nsem no so ede ama Ghana fo na chese nsem no de abode na we ye the Democrat offense the informer ne krata fo no to so enum ana nsemi egu Ekobi ana asode wo chese ye from Coalition of Healthcare Delivery Monitors CHCDM na wo mo chese o mo ani abere pa wo mo pese o mo de demonstration bi ehihye so wo ye kire pa na sa demonstration set mi ba so nko ade a ene na from mantem wo no mahinkro ho ana betumi abaso de akwotwetwe sa wo ye chekese yi enam kwa so eba nyina ne se ekoi kire se oba from mantem ne ntwa so a ayaresa honsem agye gusie pansam wo ye no hwea enye National Health Insurance Scheme enu obi akuta ye nsechi ba eboa emapom ditumi gye nna so no oba ho ene ne importem framantem a enye adwuma ukuta card kura kwa ye beje di ato ye mfiu na che se ho akyerewa ne sa yade ne ye de kum nipa na de wo sen enti kuo nani abre pa a wo che se demonstration a wo mpese wo no ye edi eda so ene se me kunkum na wo che se ase ne se yewu me kunkum o eti me kunkum na che se yewu eno ne edi a wo de ato demonstration no so enti wo se abatwene mutan ebeba so se wa ma ho ama meye nsakraye ama apomdin tumi ansa nsoro nya ne na so a ene de bekwa na beko na ekoi pani a friend say courage dizang ono ene di kona nim no wo kire sem ebe se mere kakra na manfo brepa wo ho ne important titu no framantem ho nenso so de akotwetwa aba nyina ne se wono ma ye service providers no aban no claims se otua de mom ntem na omutim di dwuma no metumi gyan na so no aban ne ntua ana wo abom mfitedu kuno nam na obo life enti basa no a adwuma ne nkoso won so suro se won ba be ka se na be ya yenkoyi obi edi anase be je adwuma na nkase firi won nsam nti won so ntimi nka ana adehya mu ho ebre wa ya sabie mu chese o haw bebre o yese oti pa kra na wodwene sanse woni sika wo de kwa ya sabia okwo ho a cash and carry woni sika na chese wa na esese wu enti ekwe chese abano mra mensa kakra ewo ho na sa ensechi ban no enhyase enni dwuma awdo card ko hospital ubetumi edi dwuma ye be hwe obreko a wontua kapreba mpoja ubetua bibi kwa na sika ketewa bi 90 mmoa wo ne ho adwuma bi enu wonti sika sam so ho odene wo mranya saade a mekunkum no ebeba so ekire se yewu
Ghanaian Times da Obokrata no ena mede eto asokrata fe to sudun sia eho ena mehuri ababa begina na wo behwa no de Ghana mampani na nado dankwa kufuado wone Dragon Masters adwuma ekuo no egina hanom a wo mu enyina egina eye Odo River no eho a wo chese wo mu etim gota ni mu wo mu eti gota kase ni mu sane beboa na fe ensuyira hodo asaya na ensuo to kakra bi pe na eye twiafa enkrakropon no eso no ni nyina no ase betimi etuo na wo se ebra wone ma Mrs. Liadapa eyosuafo a wo hwe ahunide ensam so kokopie ho no no adwuma Dragon Masters for no wo de ahye so no nani agye ho papa na wo so ede awerehemu ekoye ede magana mampeni na nado dankwa kufuado ene osuafo hwe ahunide ensam so ma Mrs. Liadapa se wo nkoma koma enfa nto wo yem na adwuma na wo eye no wo bo adwuma pa wo yire wo ho se ne ebe yi ase ensuo esan to bia mu a ebeboa ama sa ensuo na etwifa so no ni nyina no etuo betimi etwa na wo mo ehwe animu se wo mo de be se bosome ahodo dodo no a ekese emu etia yie na wo mo de betimi edi se adwumade we yi a ebe wie kire no ebetimi aya kama pa na enam so ama wo mo a na wo mo didi ekosa ensase ni mu nyina eye Odo River no wo mo edidi ba ho na afe na ebe wie kire ensuo ni yiri fa so sa na ebu afo wo mo so na etwa afo wo mo so na ese nyapade na afe ensu dodo na so ahwere wo mo enkwa no wo mo atutu wo mo nyina edi afiri ensuo no ho a wo mo eche se eye ne yie muntia enti se bia wo mo atu afiri wonom anase dwumade a wo mo di yesa akanwa na wo hu ne se ne yie munti ana wo mo epe ne sa anase wo mo atu mu edi afiri wonom na se ne be ye ne nkwogoba se ensu tade bi anase ensuo eto na ebu fa so a betimi akwakofo ohade aba beja o my Ghana so no enu nti no mutu sa anamon na Ghana mampani de wo che se dwuma Dragon Masters no eye no ama nani agye ye papa wo bo mo abaso so mutu sa anamompa no edi aboa o my Ghana so ahunedie ensem
na da informa de Malawi fo abato nam kwa so ba no ho nsem edi aba ana wo che se Malawi fo ato aba pa nanso so de nam kwa so ba ya wono mo eba abetu de it is unpredictable che se ukase we ne be wini a untumi nkyere untumi so nka sense mo aye de se benta enya se meketwa kuku da mako nso ana woro mu gina press atumi kese no Malawi man mu enti e hwaye de papa pa ne ade be kya ade sen campaign nya se meketwa de obi abetuma ye ana walk na de aba beto dwa ne se enipa miensen bi wo ho a omo ne mampani osi adwa so sabre pre ho pa na asa nipa miensen so won mu odu anunyam wo manim omo adwuma bobio ni nyansa ne nimde amamu hu nimde omkuta bi enti amanfo keka se eni abato nam kwaso ba Malawi man mu de hwan potin ne betumi afa akunya kese no atumi edisuom omampani Peter Motarika a wono sese wodi ade o per second term na wetimi de atoa so abuman no nanso so ne vice president I friend sem so los Chimilima onu ka ho bi ana Lazarus Kawewura onu so ka ho bi Lazarus wo na dia beto dwa ne se sankrofo esusu mu odupa je se omo mampani o tedwa so pressure papa rom temu a Malawi man anka se te ho no efi apem hankron aduokron enan ana wode won se oman asese de ombetumi akeka ho abom ato aba party bia betumi aba bi saa bro na ansa na ebeba no na mfinhye aduasa 30 years ana omatumi atra oman no mu a kan ka bia mamuo ana na ekoso obakofo di so a ono ankasa ntumi oka obi nka bi ana omhye oman no so ana afei edu ba bi a onutumi ede won ho omade won na ise omato aba amana bedum pempenso a sese won se betu omu ayede se bente 2014 ana owura Peter Motarika odi nkunimu a chese onya abane mu ohamu chichemu aduasa ensi achiripo enan 36.4% a wodidi nkunim sabre ya won sa beto aba etoso bi wi die emu ayede se bente sanse won ma kan susu mu odu pa
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEET 100.9 FM.
Utie oha echi ponkno. NEET FM.
Efiura, me mwachi o Efiura. Yes on.
Machi o Efiera. Efiera mechia wonye so.
Hey, Ewura, enforce ma msu. What? E ba force search ya me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wafi, we dia me pesa ni Efiura bekon. Eh, Efiura we dia ye kwa sori abo.
Ewura de. Mo kwa sori.
Ye papaye.
Ewura de ka soro ho a. What? E be say wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne mma edi nsuo hie twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore na fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodeo mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Mesi na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinche Efiera ya wi aya kwasere body pate ke Efiera wuti fia se light bi no water bi oba wuntua bi wo boa se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
ka hwe me catch you play fa say this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a wate
yeah Efiura we nkwa de ma abunfu e koto mi
Efiera fi de ya bro ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mu agye atom se eye
Englishman
say tetele ya don't go that is still wa fero nte so kakra kra
me de jame radio
say ya na you see all students association then say mo ko headmaster fee
sure me see ahoya ye ni gen won say headmaster akwa retirement o
headmaster akwa retirement
ani
ona say won wanyini
enti ye ne man ko to party man no na wonim say the special drinks esi flowers ye
say the special drinks ne die bibia o na say ni bibia o
na we can say ade he special apple nie special cola special orange special ginger obi bonanu
ububo special range of products and all my dromicon
na say ye benya dan mo ha die
we be se fridge na say we say special ice company ye nim na wia ye nso ka na ahwere nim anajo enti the soft drinks ni nyina ye so refreshing
tetele so ko pedudo kofie ne de bia na obesra no mo
obesra no na say okra de okuta pick up we buy for supermarket na
Nicolodi
unim for special ice company quantity of pay bia obenya 0233 009041 and then 0302 772 807
special drinks
natural taste of goodness
Nkratoe Food and Drugs Authority agye atom
Utie oha echi ponkno. NEET FM.
NEET 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi Sunu Asogwe Sima Beye Num na Bapa no Chaba Ponsima Num na Yanko na Minfa comment ni bin fentrim ya Sankide Taifa says may the omnipotent and omnipresence God bless, keep and protect you and your family. Okay, amen to that ya Sankide. It has it. Mensa Kamasa and Soma Dredge says, today are you Captain Asamoah, General Captain Kwasi Aboagye, Coach Nanato, General Coach, Mr. President. There's more important things in the country for you to focus and stop interfering in our football, because your darling boy greedy and hypocrite, bad luck Asamoah is out of the Black Stars. The team is not their family property. He should give us a break. That is Mensa Kamasa with that. And to one here from Nana Boaji Hamburg. He says, please, why do you people always waste time on these false prophets? What is their contribution to our economy? Interviewing this false prophet is not journalism. Nana Boaji with that from Hamburg. Nick from Amasama says, please, if two elephants fight, who suffers? I'm sure you know the answer to it. Farouk Tema says, what prophet? you misfired. Be humble enough and apologize for unnecessarily insulting Kweku Bako. Listening to him speak clearly says a lot about how he is. That's Farouk from Tema with that. 02069724444.
Montie Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Yanko na yani ora Elvis Efrie Ankra, Director of Elections ma NDC Amanyo Kuono na yeni nkomo. Efrie Ankra da simu akwa baba ni FM so.
Nini abema mejo so.
Nanti sa inde.
Ya me adom.
Akwa kinkani sa Amanyo Ku ye NDC. Musi location sa limited registration because no mo stress easy no wa ma emuhu. Sa na tia chechemu.
Yo me da wasi bebre. Me say easy to be to just say limited registration no. Omoye wo 250 district offices. Ya ka assess omoye na sa the scene to bebre any how ebebre Ghana for omo aso say e was omo tro muti. And the omni say limited registration no we nya kan ya trust limited registration. The aya no ya were electoral areas. 2014 limited registration. There was 6,000 electoral areas. And now elect commission on my target and as of put and I said this year when you so say on be registered by 1 million. Omunye mu be 800 and something. I know be 89%. 2016, yes, so yeah, limited registration. And also was 6,000 electoral areas. And also normal target 1.2 million. And also omunye over 90%. In 2019 limited registration baby. And the electoral commission say on person district offices. And I cap actual say so me na sa ebe hadwe e man na ye kwakoto referendum abano. Omo limited registration. 47 district offices. Omo use sa machines here. Person be use no limited ebe. More district offices. Nearby and say almost target nipa 100,000. Enko reach omunya nipa 47,000 yechi. 47% no munya. Sebio utrez am na 47% on pass here. Eti se we use the same method na. Nature say e won sunsan so no e be san yesa. Unye nipa dodo. Adenti na be san yesa. Baby to say Afram Plains. Baby to say Bamboy Nepali. Emiama bebre district bebre. I just a month for 2 quite tin and sana omaba district capital. If you are befa car bear me and sana and 9. If you are ubi train you near the na na sabi you na in said as a Ghana Brabono ACT. We share na ubi a sabi we SSS. A Jumanu near being ye. Kriania or no one homode. 24 no near ma and Shadam Kuzimano. Na I just assign FSK Epeka. It took quite tin a court district capital and San Wako Trudi, a behad. Yes, I remember and go for about Omuntimin Conco Trudi. Now, ya kind of normal almost in which channel I feel almost okay. Almost bear at some of the mobile equipment ever cook Miami. And I be so almost mobile equipment now, most of the Becono. I hear no more. If you say, you say electoral commission call parliament. Ekosre sika say omo the BCC omo equipment no mo hu say dodo say na adwuma omo say equipment na mu omo person omo be use bio na equipment no I say boy the BCC no za bo no e be do so a chen so okotofofra meanwhile omo kan chen so okotofofra e be see na assist and assist no omo asay abeka say that equipment now omo so omo tinye ni ye enye no omo beside the bin so akọ district offices no any bisa say the equipment no dodo ahen na mo dodo say na mo ye ni ye omo ntimi kan chere near the teacher kra na say emia ben na what that equipment because baby a mo the equipment be ko bia no e was say political party yɛni ɛdi akyiri na yɛtumi boaboa yɛn nkɔɔfoɔ ano na yɛma ɔmo kɔto aba ɛno akyiri na wɔsɛ yɛde yɛn agents so kɔ na ɔmo ɛkɔ ɛhwɛ sɛn na yɛbɛtumi ayɛ no sɛ biribi abɛkɔ dwodwo sɛbisɛbio ɛna yɛdin a yɛatwerɛ koraa no yɛn nyinaa yɛnim nsɛm a ɛkɔ so a yɛtwerɛtwerɛ nkurɔfoɔ din anadwo a sɛ biribinom koraa yɛyi wɔn de ebinom so wɔ police station enti akɔyɛ sɛ nneɛma no ani nna hɔ yɛnhu nneɛma no ani so papa nti nea yɛreka ne sɛ electoral commission ɔno nko a ntumi nyɛ n'adwuma no agye sɛ political parties no ɛboa no nti ɔwɔ sɛ biribiara no ɔma ɛmu da hɔ pefee nti yɛn nim baabi a mmeammea a ɔde saa equipment no kɔ a ne yɛn nso yɛhu sɛdeɛ yɛbɛboaboa na ɛne yɛfotuo bi a na yɛde ama na wontumi nkyerɛ yɛn district dodoɔ a wode kɔ mmea a wode kɔ equipment ahe na awɔ na ɛno no sɛbio yɛka sɛ yɛtra hɔ saa ne kyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ na saa nsɛm no ɛto dwa no
na sɛ woka about equipment yɛ mfidie a electoral commission for wɔn mu yusu ɛne ebi a mmea wɔn de kɔ nea wɔn si ebi a wɔn mu ntumi yusu ne nea keka ka ho ɛnura sɛ EC adwumayɛfoɔ no commissioners ne bi Madam Jean Mensah ne sɛ Dr. Bosman Asare ne owura tete ɛkɔhyɛ multimedia for no nkɔmɔ no bi apie fi mu bra na ɔkasa afa yɛ ɔmo mfidie ho nsɛnsɛm no bakyɛ ma mmɔ kakra na mmra na tie nsɛm no na yɛndi ho memmusa nsɛm baako mmienu fa ho.
The existing kits that we have in the data center and to procure additional ones because over the years some of the kits were not working. So we took a good look at it and we felt that, $56 million is a lot of money. So what the commission decided was to bring on board the biometric consultant who had advised the commission in 2011 when the commission decided to bring on board the biometric infrastructure and that voter management system. So we invited him and he came to Ghana for 10 days and he reviewed the proposals and our systems and our data center and basically came to the conclusion that it was not financially prudent. In his opinion, technology had evolved and you could, have accurate, easy to use and, equipment at a cheaper cost. And so he took just the biometric verification devices, the BVDs. He just took the proposal from STL and he looked at it and he also looked at procuring a new one. And he gave us a cost of less than 20, the difference between them was $20 million. Yes, in favor of the new one. So you're looking at procuring new kits and you are buying less. And these are modern day devices. What this meant was that if we went with the STL one, you would be buying devices from 2011. Technology had evolved. If you look at the modern day, what we have is a whole suitcase as though you're going to an engagement to marry a woman. And you have to carry these robust suitcases. The case alone costs the commission $2,500 for that case to put the things in. And you are talking thousands of cases. And you look at robust kits, some of them come like tablets. You can use it for your registration, you can use it for verification, and you can use it for transmission as well. You can scan it and you can transmit. You can scan your pin sheets and you can transmit. So we asked ourselves that why do you go on with such a system that is not user friendly, that is costly? And you are maintaining it at very high costs. Additionally, you come into the IT department and the IT director tells you, Madam, I don't know. We don't have administrative rights to our passwords. We've never had until we came in. And so the system, the biometric data and everything is controlled by external vendors. Nobody has been trained. Our discussions with them are to the effect that our staff are not trainable. And so everything is run by external vendors. Let me give you, these are foreigners. Let me give you and they control our system. They have unlimited access remotely and physically to our systems. Let me give you an example of even the referendum. We have what we call the verification devices, and we had to clean about 13,000 of them ahead of the referendum last year. And what we say we are cleaning, we just take wipes and then we wipe them, we test them to make sure that it's working, then we put them in the box. We paid $1.7 million for it. We called our IT department director. We said to him, he said, no, we'll give you $200,000. Take it with your team and do it. He said, madam, we don't know how to do it. So you come in there and you go in there, our data center is just about this room. You enter the place, you are furious because you find empty boxes, the place is filthy, wires all over the place, and we are paying $4 million a year to maintain it since 2011.
Well, so and Sanibia, I Madam Jane Manson edit to multimedia bro kokosra menra nini bina mabwa mamono but etiefa wo mutie ora is if you anka minim say wo de wage na so etie nkomo but ni opeso a chira teach you ni say wo mo ba ye niam ba ko mienu a entwe yi na efa na mfidie kura wo mo de be ye adwuma sa mfidie ni nyina ya dada ni STA for contract on 2011 mfidie no mo no mfidie ya dada mfidie akakra akese I no so no enche da mbo adwuma bi asa sisi aniama asesa 2019 mu ne we wo mu hia mfidie at least etimi bo adwuma te say ye 2019 mu ne ankofa mfidie ye adwuma 2011 na wo mu hwe aye se wo mo beto mfidie fufuro no sika kura bi a wo mo ebetimi save ama no ye $20 million so wo mo ka se wo mo to ye mfidie fufuro wo de compare dada no kura wo ho no mo I no ye kwa akoto a eboa kai bebo no nye kaketoa ensama Madam Jane Mensa okay infidie ho asem data center sanatima
ensama wa waken ene ne ama America no a show problem a wo at the electoral commission say multimedia ena mami be kwa kwatra na wa kasansemi e dia tudwa let's just a problem that asema ye kan de bia say there's a problem no let's just say this is one of the evidence you call okay say you call IPAC meeting
adenti ebetumi aba o isantwefo adwuma bi o mu busa ne nsem ene o yi ano because utie nsem na
okay you call IPAC meeting and you call discuss limited registration you call discuss limited registration and also will be use that method and you catch us that method you use and MYN into use old system no and now can a trust so create new register a fearba na makwa for technology you be say that technology consultant or canon the reports that were here for sebi Mr. Meka yenim de kakra wo wontimi nko meeting no be meka ncho say yakwa kofa consultant technology consultant who report enema waken enema ni bu ha this is the first time I'm meeting as a member of IPAC a representative of the largest opposition party on fast enema went to that
Dian sana first time I what you be ni say
okay, and equipment, say that details no money in any case, or say they got old equipment now. The difference, about $20 million. What is the cost of the new equipment? Because they be some more can say there will be $20 million more. $20 million more than what? Maybe I what me tell us
you are penning na me boy no dear.
Information is not available. As some of the information is here piecemeal. If you don't have adequate information, say, technology report here at the Abbey. And now SP of also my response. I understand the new system be abebano. I mean show. For instance, biometric register at the buy. I understand the system nebano. You form two committees. Baku legal and a Baku technical. Political parties in at the representatives by and almost trust a cuckoo munina and I say vendors are almost about the almost your best election almost on page political parties make a hobby because at the end of electoral commission and your private business. So your mining business no more on behalf of Ghanaians and the political party. It's a political party and form committee na ya hwe ade we ye ni say na be ye we ye ni say kwan beta ho ebi obi bitimi afetire aye bibi say ni nyina ye trust we na fe vendors no obi abaye be demonstration we your system we say that you are near I said no. They are selected maybe a top 3. Now you go through process near choose to. It's at the end of the day no be a trim. It's a treno clear. Yeah, near more Kenya no. Or they let a crowd call a procurement near any motion. We don't have the information and the facts. No can say on the other side a new system. It's Yanyan to Musa. It doesn't work like that. Apart from that, biometric system are okay. Problem then there was a biometric system new rate because near all parts in they say I see a be on person new biometric register. And unti on sika on this one. That new I don't know. In other words, district assembly elections is a referendum here. And who should here? That is the implication. Nemo new register, the new technology, and no na it's way it's me and biara.
About every anchor, Okansa say you are not being fair to EC no because yes I know maka. A woman can say okay.
Assembly will have one kind of star, but the implication because at the end was say they will not use the 6,000 electoral areas. Almost use 6,000 electoral areas because almost say the cost of fixing the machines, high. Meanwhile, don't forget the parliament, no documents, to fix. In fact, almost 7,000 biometric equipment. Almost this year, 2016 year, almost this year, and almost to fix it again. I know Parliament I approve one more 2018. But I say, Parliament Parliament approves Kanamamo, and they are number 1. Number 2, the implication they say that district offices that equipment, for mass registration, for continuous registration. Editor said, Obi court, Echo car said. Electoral Commission said, how much would the area? No court, and of course, it did man. Said, I was Electoral Commission here, she said, anytime you have a support to the I was a amount crime. And no, equipment now, almost 60 were almost offices. And no, if we had the whole month, if you bear an answer, I don't know what's wrong with you. System was not built for mass registration. And until I saw tomato equipment now, or no, or cano. And no, Kaya, as you look at yesterday, I know better than it, but I know you're just by the way. And it's our equipment, and no, to me, my electoral areas, now what now I so, and to be Bienia, with the young fan said, almost when I had that almost pa. And I was 2018 now, the approvals come on. So almost 5 and can you show me Jesus can? And I said, almost Jesus can, and almost Parliament, almost say, yes, a new one. Normally about iPad here in Ayaka. And by now, no, almost a new one. Yen Niger to almost a new one. They are no near be used. Now, administrative inefficiency, yet this come out of equipment, one can't see. And no say, Baby, Ghana for one casa, hello.
Yeah, Ethiopia, you are. How is your how?
Sorry.
Sorry.
One casa administrative inefficiency, you approve come out 20 and one could use. They say, no, about Ghana for our registration. You be almost target. First time on their own document, almost target 300,000. Now, no, your call meeting, you say, be almost target, you almost target 500,000. And you be almost saying, so Ben, I'm most target, 500,000 because Sabio Nipado Nipano does one and also. The 2014, not target near 1 million, and you bear 89%. 2016, not target near 1.2 million, and you 90%. 2019, I was a target, a be 1.4, 1.5 million. In fact, your cost statistical service, J almost statistics. Greater Accra Crown Quano population increment for that age group I was say over 300,000. And she's a more Muslim target here 500,000. Next is a more suppressing votes, more suppressing registration. And I say, Casa about 2 million more. Sabio Yankasa, and yes, will be back to about double, and no be best figures in Kwana about 2 million. And near me, how much me are here? No suppressing votes, no. Nipa na control ni dia on me and control aba. It's a no na ye who say and near my wooing. Say I'm shiny here near Ebekwa says. Urban centers na ya Accra Kumasi near them. District office will be a bit near and I was a car. And no, I have no favor one for the capacity. Now in crashing at distances no one near them. And for just almost faka do no more control. Equipment I also would deploy. In any case, equipment or say no. I say the only equipment be so I cannot any clear transparency. Equipment you will see it's a Potomanto. I feel Potomanto equipment and I was saying the in some selected districts. Selection being your name matter. Me name selection crop. Me name baby a day crop. We have no information on that.
But no, say no na mubu so mo say wo mo mamu hunu. Matro krata dia kwa komom.
Yeah, that's here be some. We get krata say here be some right there. Yeah, be some monka. But I say, enti yenye hu ye no. On what basis the America so okay? Ya mo en some mo ya there. Almost some the equipment be be ka ho. Unim equipment do unim baby. On one say equipment nje. Say registration 7th June no ebe share here a branch that you ba me so say break kakra wo mu a wo mo akase mo beti o monka no mu ni gidie se bia yes mo beti o monka we anya sorry o enye gidie registration anya sorry na gidie science fact the America tron say that system in the first place no ab initial stand e be to na monka no Omo kasa omo target omo de abano. It is a problem omo. Maza, the 2014 who controlling now o target 1 million. Now we are almost 89%. Now 2016 who controlling target you are 1.2. Now we are over 1 million, 90%. Now 2019, Obika Church says the target 500,000. What does it say? It's a thing, Mr. Momedia for a win and yes, NDC assembly. On my nasum because they didn't know what to do. The beginning of the way a question and now way up na MPP and NT. But the man also shows that I was set on 2 3 hours in an and she shall we in a street. And she shall we in an I was set we get a Nema Omolon almost be the suitability and accessibility. The Bayer amount for being a pine a control. It needs to be the division of pine. And even based on their targets alone, no problem. Because we want targets, sebi you any scientific basis here. Because scientific basis measures the population here, a group maybe at 3% or 5%. And the the west. Okay, and maybe I am maintaining the former 1.2 million targets. I said the other about down to 500,000. I didn't see because one person himself system the method now will be used to know. A better nipa do na omuntimi entro control with him because used to the same system for referendum 47%. And I said Ubia or exam now Ophelia 47%. Now I said the marking scheme about 60%. It's only 47% to cry while passing. Meanwhile, the proper marking scheme should have been over 100%. And these are issues.
Okay, now minim some kasa NDC and some of the concerns I'm raising and no credit dimuama mo flag bearer man penida John Mahama kasa enya dia osusu say EC no betimi ay neutral fair any transparent in account about 2020 but enra sa nhyiemu a wo multimedia ye no wasan eka bibi na democratic graphic and so the ayasema can EC can't rig elections Jin Mensa can say but yentie ye nsem a okafa ye titu nsem no bia mo ka ba se bia on timi nye neutral abato na bia entimi enkoye pepepe 2020 yentie Madam Jin Mensa.
The empire of not being neutral. I don't see the issue of neutrality. There's absolutely nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Even if my father was the president, and I'm put in this place because of the systems that we have built and what we seek to do. There's absolutely nothing we can do. And it's one of the areas that, I'd like to discuss, to really take off the shrouds of secrecy and to expose Ghanaians to the system that we have, right from registration all the way to election day. Any stakeholder can monitor and police it. So you come to registration, parties have to be notified 21 days in advance. The agents out there are electoral officers. They are temporary staff who the head office has no connection to. It's district officers who appoint them. And once you do, you have to even present their photographs and their details to the political parties. And if they have issues with any officer, they raise these issues. If they are legitimate, you take them out of the role. So it's very, very difficult, and it's unfortunate when anybody, says that they posturing or, a person cannot be neutral when there's no evidence to that effect. But we're doing our best, and this is where we really need you to go with us along the way, because we are really ready. We are here to ensure that it is the will of the people that stands. We are not here to plunge this nation into war. And anybody, that's the only way. You cannot rig the election for anybody. The EC cannot. Even at the polling stations, you have your officials there. The EC cannot, unless the EC wants to plunge this nation glaringly into war. It cannot happen. Right from the start to the...
So, your person actually say, well, send your Ghana, your electoral system, no, and she no. And your idea will be back as well, no, baby, we are Bemudia Mobio. Easy, want to mean, yes, idea, not that. And ono cross and papa cramp on original so man peninia to no bar, a backra diamano so be on my man penia. And your idea will be to me, as idea no.
Yo, Madame Baby. Dientina, Yabeka say, is the me and reggae elections and as on me manipulate the system. The only way I beat me, I sure, and yes, you are somewhere electoral commissioner Becca, and I said near me Mecca. And yes, systems now you put in place wrong. And near man, yes, she said, I know. And the caneno, and she said, I'm a my example, said biometric register, your formal technical committee, na legal committee, na political parties in Akaho, name BBR, selection of vendors in Akaho be in BBR. They say, Mammy, or say there's a technical report, technical report. Based on that technical reports now, you need motion, political parties, no, you need motion, and answer if you don't need NDC, you need the or taking decisions, and I raise the issues. Issues now, you raise no, what do you mean, no? What I say, if you want to mean, no, a better than I ain't just outreach, say, and Nema or no, the hope because unless that, and Nema now, and the hope will be a bit me who say, say this thing that now you say what I drink Jabia near the Abba. Now, Nema now, from the beginning, with the Mamma a little history. Your core meeting. Our meeting was about limited registration, audit report, and an inspection of office. And your mammy and Sawi. Your core meeting by what about the issue statement to say? You know, for kinds after extensive deliberations, they say your person still will be a trainer, you just to say about the new register. Obian himself say about the new register. There's a process that you go through. And we saw the two agendas. So now you know your person money account. Up till now, won't find two agendas. So you discuss here. And so I said, oh, far back doorway. So, and I said, limited registration. I say, I can't want someone who here no now who use new register as explanation. Is that transparency? And you're transparent. For who per se you discuss new register for better. A technical committee be an answer or consultant, the report be at Twitter. Yesterday were IT experts. MP to IT experts, other parties were IT experts. Then you know, I trust. If you are IT experts, said you in the and when you go to said you see one or no. If there's even a better way. And I said, the other ideas, for example, biometric system are one of the best in the world. You wouldn't find a sense you even Emra not will be already 14 echo needing because biometric mean capture or age. It's nipa no o default no control ni dia. System na kasa no e correct because from 2014 till now no nipa no ba na we this thing. So I just say it's automatically no system no are dealing with that problem no. Number 2, obi awu obi any baby obi timidi obi awu eya kwakoto aba any possible because of the verification no. It's a system na kasa no a system improve the whole electoral system. You know say add on. So what I said. Thirdly, you need technology where you put a photo no capture when him anyone start. But this I the verify no only for one start. Technology will have you bet me actor software less than $5 million. You the best fix it to the system. You bet me so I when him I didn't think I make us up. What can I say 2016? Dr. Bawumia Babonting every car said Togo Fudu or registered so. And now almost show pictures of Togo register and almost show pictures of Ghana register. Mr. Technology man who use here or use facial recognition technology. It is a biometric register, a facial recognition compliant. The only thing is that you install our software in Fanka. It is a why you never able $20 million. $20 million more than what you need. Yes, you catch us. You bet me use technology. $5 million or less. You bet me. I hear facial recognition now. But we need our own fund to it. It is okay to say elections cannot be manipulated by the year. And a mama example says one way I will bet me I yes or no any voter suppression. For example, Sebio Menka says, but you see, the one year near transparent room to begin to ask questions. Me for NDC, our party. Right now, my directors, all regional directors, almost beside me say, the electoral commission so may deploy other equipment. So, and a bit possible say, who makes me the equipment, across some party be strongholds. I'm going to register more. And that's the first equipment. Who makes me the another party to stronghold. I'm going to register no problems about pay. 87 you and yes, simple and easy, sir. Oh, I deal with experience.
Now, Elvis, experience now more no na be kase na system no ankasa na fan even limited registration and me sure say Marty easy na correct to be a one can so. One side dance sa kwan omo fa so omo limited voter registration akra no. Ya here be paying e was kwan ya so. Enti is it the case of atwitwamene bia hwa ayana na say mo ankasa no munim se enyema bi amaye enti na muhu nyema bi sisi asa no.
There be the patch and say science said you and yet GDA and answer a commission. Yaya limited registration me and son. Me no results no near Baku almost 89%, Baku over 90%. Bakuma easy under Madame Germensa or using the district offices no. It uses our equipment no. And only 47%. Near 47% and they say, no district offices. If you want to say amount for it to quite if you be and stand on my district office about the the moment I will use that system, the who blocking the padona from being able to register. It's automatically what creating situation a yet difficult for to register. It is who use the same system for this limited registration. Who may get the same results. But we me a vampire actually come akofa asofo Elijah Krabit me where you get the same system. It's where says a practical. So who use that system we are. Results are Obenyano, a better to send a year and limited registration for 47 districts. And I said, almost okay. Yeah, the near money be back on Potomato equipment now, almost say 1, 2, I say 3. It's a Potomato 4, almost year 5. And no, yeah, more musica, on one and throw you and this in a Troy, on one and throw the court parliament to say, almost here, Sika, to fix that equipment. No, we will study and come the document the metro. On one and throw it. I feel the and I want for someone here to fix equipment. I feel the most equipment and your papa. Yeah, $20 million more than what? More than okay. It is a good many bisa say. I na why we say a say na wo do say masa sase mo yebisa boni. Do say na wo why the year must say na da ben. How do we know say you Mr. Emeka? The modebe kono na nkwa ejuma. Na nkwa ejuma na bia dodo na no enye ejuma was some of the strongholds. Mind you say ono a electoral commission no. Ono ti akra office o. But ebia near air coso e the district of Sebikra o. And not in a system bia would be I was say anything to maybe I won't ever obia the opportunity. So I said, so bet me I hear your pay. And not say use the 6,000 electoral areas. And no proven, time tested, results which scientifically say who you saw and no ubenya or target. Now, one the system now it was not designed for a bit to me after the pabebre. It's a one here crana and start here Juma. A bit do baby no, a bit me break it down to overheating and then your baby because you design sir and no yeah obi or obi to cry obi went there to the no according to office no according to the near move information not to easy database. That is how that system is. Now, because all they know about the yet mass registration and the problem apart from the fact that distance is only at the inconvenience and many people don't need to be trouble, you know. A system nankasano and you're robust enough a bit near containing stadium. I say Nema also with the other places ever count selected areas so you pursue who selection crop and hena or they you know I trust in the agreement. And now, your polling agent, no more aqua communica.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Sir Elvis, ni sako kane ni phone my idea ko hold you say bia okay obeti me gina so ne anim ewie ye nkomana Elvis a free and cry director of elections ma National Democratic Congress yen ne din komo and someone about to ja electoral commissioner sama wa kan hwe ye Democrata a graphic in anima EC country regulations. Ana pay what it a nini bi mabubo bi e dia mamo. Madam Jane Mensa ni e nsemo ana wode to dwa na sa e ehiem kro na so no Dr. Bosman Asare so ekasa yentie no.
So that we are going to encourage competition, allow many people to come on board. And this has been the main problem why I think when we finish our IPAC meeting, the NDC will say, oh, this and that. So, for example, the contest of the president's position that he thinks the EC cannot be neutral. From where I sit, I train as a political scientist. From where I sit, I don't think the president was making that point, or the former president was making that point merely by looking at it that, oh, Mrs. Mensa was coming from here, Bosman was coming from here, Mr. Titi was coming from here. There could be maybe because the EC, we are thinking that certain things, we believe that the status quo cannot continue as long as there is a problem. Because if we are here to continue the way things have been done, which they were not being done properly, then we have no business being at the Electoral Commission. We are there to fix problems. When we came, I think they mentioned, it will shock you that the EC was designed as an institution to run elections. A whole EC procurement, every year we do procurement more than 500 million Ghana cedis. We had only 2 people working in procurement. And that's the reality. And as we speak now, we are in the process of trying to build a procurement. So fundamental challenges, but what we've noticed is that, and as I think in terms of the partnership, one of the things I want is that at times the media, when people make certain comments, I think you allow them to go scot-free. And that's my major problem. The point is that the media, they know nobody can rig it. But yesterday I was listening to an interview, I think those who are organizing demonstration against the NCA or someone, and you were interviewing, a question was asked but the people are acting based on the law. And I think somebody responded that, oh, if you are acting based on the law, there must be a human face. So in other words, at one point we want the law to work. At another point, we also think that if the law is working, we must take certain factors into consideration. And this commission, what we are saying is that we are not going to allow anyone to come and push us over, that this is what we want you to do. We look at the situation, what is the right thing to be done.
Almost sure I'm near say na fata near say the right thing on here mrenum nyamrano kan no om de beye adwuma enya say bia obi beba so ba be piapiom enya nia MPP beka enya nia NDC beka omo de nyamrano sia na no om de beye adwuma Dr. Bosman Asare deputy EC commission and I know kasa o honum say no mamen kwa mano so na yani ora Elvis Efriye Ankra director of elections ma NDC amanyuko Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we and come on, but Niana, Dr. Bosman Asare can say, look, near Horne said, one more near constitution can and one would be a juma. Oma ubia ma me piepi omo push over bia nkase nia opese nia me pen na obeye nia mrane esie na no de be adwuma se eno ane meboa
but constitution no and a can say omo see 91 no e can say the omo yo adwuma omo make sure say almost like the polling station suitability so and accessibility and no the camera no like that here it's the constitution and the directive principles of state policy there will be a further discretion by a discretion what do you use to go to be capriciously that a random out say obey and yama and random amount to be say then so biara it's a very simplistic set over to constitutional am I a crime near penny there be apart from that and it's Ghana election system agiding will be a Ghana elections they are quite to because of that IPAC IPAC a consultative processor and no yegyina yɛkɔ yɛkɔtoato adwen obi akyerɛ no adwen na afei ntiaseɛ ba a ɛma abatoɔ mu nsɛm no ani da hɔ ɛma nkan kɔ ɛba IPAC yi na constitution wɔ hɔ electoral commission wɔ hɔ ɛna IPAC ɛde nhyehyɛ ba a yɛsɛ yɛto aba a yɛnyusu photo ID card na electoral commission wɔ hɔ mmara wɔ hɔ ɛna IPAC de nhyehyɛ ba a yɛsɛ yɛto aba a yɛnkan wɔ the same place IPAC wɔ hɔ and electoral commission and IPAC they share by presidential and parliamentary elections you're tuning in at the same time okay can you're two presidential as two parliamentary IPAC electoral commission or more law and IPAC they share by say kind two abana you declare at the polling station it's never be a law no and penny for nyansan your my share said it was there Niawo be is a political parties to them. Say adre kro amemu a ebitimi de basabasa yo aba. Etino yem form sa IPAC na bibia mo be bia mo fa metuja. Se be ya obi a no obi adwum be no. Na se no kwakọ ese omo no uti Bosman Asare ne kasa. Every bi kro kasa political parties no omo hia IPAC omo hia political parties. And then no you call a IPAC meeting, General Secretary, Electoral Commission said, na 80 Parliament Constitution. I hear near the Mamma, dear Namudi Scanner, or can say, political parties, no, any explanation. It is a Okasa, and only a patches, no for the political parties doing here. Now, only our pen our bear, then you're the problem, Baba. It's almost Okasa, Debbie Sabio. Titru mini abema Bosman Asare or a young man not sure deal with Lagos. You himself not a test patron and on Ubia a chance to say opportunity of a dumb party here. But the moment you are appointed to as electoral commissioner, I was so petty who was that political, now Cassa, it will have Cassa to Syria collar, Sebio. Oh, I was said who says, which in a few referee. As a referee, who simply so NDC is a threat to the democracy of Ghana. Hey, as the Kotoko Bobola, or Wako Kotoko for the Omo Winnie Capoda, and Akotoko for Omo irresponsible. You can't do that because you're an electoral commissioner. So, it's a normal private business, and yet and then legal lecture room. We're a public service institution, and the way I always see the political parties, not Kasani idea, you be so transparent, open, not be the other hope, For example, you have to say, I meet in a coin, first meeting, and your coin now. Omo mama kase enyama ya discuss omo discuss ya anka si enso ya mbekase anka si enso ya mbekase so aka se eti omo ne somewhere young for discuss especially sensitive matters the voters register new register I am discussing omo the two channel and no me confess meeting very good meeting yeah you be at energy na ya committee na yapon na wababonte na asemwa enka ho eti me political party bi sam say eti mo kwa mo discuss what new register me say there be na mo dey about tuja eti enye kom how what do they take us for now say what ba also ba be limited registration let's not now ba be yeah what evidence proof who you sue here 2018 when your results 47% and they catch us so you sue the same method it will not work. You will get the same results on West. What did there be teaching now? What did the upper or Yahweh? I feel what they a potomato equipment did ever become. Potomato equipment, any difference of potomato equipment. Don't do a fair now because what I was saying, I say, why in a year, what's this year? There be one trying. I hear now they call, one can't say, yes,
I see. Okay, all right. If you see us saying, Yandas, Papa, Yamisha, Elvis, and a pay new adage.
Thank you.
Elvis, yes, Bidiani. Akwebika, every anchor, director of elections, NDC, Amanyoko, no need 100.9 Ghana Montie Suni, and messages Nibin so about Hanum say, my be fame trim now, a young name, one from Sir Jones, so to says, Reverend Osupempa has said it all. Hypocrisy is killing some people, especially some senior journalists. Kwekuba Akosho advised on us to stop tempting people with money so as to disgrace them. Sir Jones, so too. And to this one here from Kweku Frimpong Lampard says, who are those blaming Osupempa? Masa, when did Ghanaians realize that Osupempa is a man of God who has no feelings, no pain, no blood in him? What kind of hypocrisy is that? Osu, you are also human. Whoever faces you, please meet him squarely. So Bisum Yami Anacha said, "Dear Wanyenipa, Kweku Frimpong Lampard," with that one from Esiakwa. Charles Nyami Asamankesi says, even before assenting to the right to information bill for the enhancement of press freedom, radio stations have been closed down duly to suppress some same press freedom. So what's there to commend the president for? Ghana is not in safe hands. Charles Nyami Asaman Kesi. Now, Boatin from Denmark says, limited registration exercise. EC has shown its powers. So, Esiedun Ketia and its NDC party members should stop wasting our ears on radio. If they have any issue, the court doors are widely open for them. Man past man. Boatin from Denmark. I see. Jomo Pokiase Festo says, ex-President Mahama, General Mosquito and the entire NDC leadership know very well they will lose the upcoming general elections, hence deliberately trying so hard to confuse their followers. If they were not excluded from the IPAC meeting, which led to this collective agreement between the EC and the political parties, why this fast? So, respectfully, they should allow the EC to do its work because come what may, they will lose come 2020. Jomo Pokiase Festus. Neat 100.9. The Bankrata and Common Bean so.
Ya to aso ye the daily searchlight no na ye de to aso na ye hwe anim ha no dia ene na NPP eye wo general secretary Owura John Boadu oda anim ha no na ensem a wo ka enyina ene se NDC pa betimi aba be fa benwa na di so no matimi abu o ma ga na asa akwa animu de ene na se se NPP fo be ye o ma dwene se enya ade o mbesa nya akwa pre dibre ni biemu kura eno no betimi anya sa akwa nya no aba bebu o ma ga na biemu na ne nsem a woka nyina ne se Ghana for age MPP atumu o wo ma age MPP amanyoko na atumu ena enwuma pa Ghana mampani na nado dankwa kufuado woni na aba MPP wo mo eye no Ghana for nyina ade o mani ko atwa wisi ehunu bi pa na o ma hunu say ampa omanpani epre omagana mpuntuo akọ enkan ye papa titru say wode ye enam abefo kwantempo so na wo pre ye mpuntuo sam omo ana wo mu ni enwuma ye ana wo tititi fie adesuafo awodo a na wo free suapon mu aba betra fie a wo mu ni adwuma ye na wanam napko ne so ama wo matimi enya adwuma ye wo kire say kuaye nsam sane wo pem kwankan ene ahunidie nsam hwe ya lore kwan awodo any project awodo de ayehye so eno na e kire say enya ne NDC aban no wo mo aka no na ye Ghana for 80 na Ghana for fan bi kakra bi ene wo mo de wo mo hunu ene amapa NPP aban eye na NPP aban de wo mo ebo adwuma pa eti NDC aban no wo mo akokoda na say yo mo say bia ai nioma papa bia ni wono mo NPP aban ne ye enti no afi 2020 abaso ebe wakoto no say wo mbehwa wo mo to se akonwa de a ene entimi mamu enne entimi mamu kinem age se NPP aban no ye o madwene say ene contest no wo mo mprebie mu kura ansa no mbetimi aye o madwene say wo mba fa edibire no edi shu bie mu a dwombo adudi nsam we nyina no eba betu dwa ebra wo chese wo mo ede wo mo executive election ne share so wo na ligu na chese wo mo etimi ekansemi nyina na so otimi kansemi nyina ede kire ne party delegates na wo mo kwakwato aba no wo hono
na today ne ede to so kratafe to so na no de nsemi aba Freeman koyokpo aresu ana twa nsemi di aba wo chese de obokrata akwa ye nhwemu bi enhwemu no se Ghana card asese ye register nkofo ne amomu bie na di adanse apoten se we wo Ghana ni akine bie ne ho obetuma bibi ope o memu no sabi eno ho nhwemu no mkoye wono mo hye saa edin twatwa yase April bosom de to so aduonu 29 April ana wono mo ehye na omo so maye nhwehwemu bi asese de abeda dwane se edin a ye twatwa yi twi Ghana se pa ama yesi kasem nyina kra ba hawo sese economy no sese etiba fom ene se Ghana for we ya na bekwa akọ ye adwuma na watimi atu eto atimi abo ma yesi kasem atimi akọ nkan wodwumadi ahodo nyina mu saa nkrofo kro ya na akodi la mu tenten ana wotwe wondin se obenya Ghana card ebi eno hwehwemu a wo chese wakwa akoye na ukohwe se nkofo asalai ese bre hodo binim 3 hours 4 hours bi kreti midi 3 days eno ne ade a na amanfo agya wono mu adwuma gu abedi sa line mu bossa abra no a na atim se edi bre kakra be ha Ghana akwa akiri papa entimpenfo hwe ho asem na wono nkan kata eche se omunya akwa ba kokoro fense kwasi apia nya coach no we ye Messi woya adwuma pa wagya ne Messi adwuma na to akwa kodi la mu a wono kwa akwa preso obetwe ndi anya Ghana card bi abusua wozi wadi la mu a 3 days nie wonko fie obekokora so akwa huru nanim anu asaba kope bibidi anu asaba a chese na adwuma ba de bi a wo ye wagya ato honom na odila mu ope Ghana card ye yasem a chese mpenefo anhwe amfa tutu efoforo bi a mama Ghana card ye twetwe nkofo di ama obi anya bi ankoye pa dia ene ebe kakra obi ankwadwuma sanse obi mpeso be Ghana ni agye obi a pe Ghana card bi a hyena taso ne koban se light tintin efiri akoka kwampontemra so line tintin nkofo be di so ansa no msaka Ghana card bi dia ne kwaya na se ye bai
yade da inquisitor eno na mede eto so krata freto so enan eho eno maba begina na sade aban no ebo no homode sade be ye obehwa ama langas ahodo yin sensem a aye peja no homene so a obi kurampo ekura land title certificate ahodo na building permit ahodo ajase wo mo mpese wo mo be ma ne baga kra no eno na wo chese BSc e wo framantamu eye adedo me ho no mo wo chese investor bi ababa be bo ne sesen e wo no mo a wo pese wo bo no homode na fei wotimi eye block factory e wo ho no mo a ni nyina wode eboa na yetimi sisi adan ahodo na omanfo so etimi etratena mu a ebetimi ate ohawa wodo a omanfo fa so na afei wo mutimi dinya adan wodo o my Ghana mu no wo chese abranti abebo ne sesen wo honum eye na adwumu a afei die nkrofo bi aba bepie mu honum so wo ye langas na nya de akwa no okura land title certificate and afei so okura building permit bia and wo se na ade asampa na mpesa mo ne mekan investor wo Graham Smith say me kuta land title certificate and after yasama building permit I met me dia di medwumadie anasama abo medwumadie wo my Ghana na so na say if it finhia aduanan ene fani a me babaji asase se me de ye adwuma wo hanom ekire se mo de wo ha bebre na mo de ato no so saa e finhia aduanan ne ekire nie mo mbese me ye adwuma ene de aba de pa na mo bese nsi a me ye wo hanom enti wo mo kire se ama edi hu aba beja owura Graham Smith so a ama kire se wo hu ne wonya ne ho ahomotew o just wo ye bibia enye ye enti finhia aduanan ene fanie no a just say wo ye na adwen so obetimi abo adwuma de ama my Ghana na nkwasi sisi adan awodo ni nyina no eni so ade hunu no ase eye atofom kra na eno ena just say empanifo anase nsentwofom go pie mu ho no wo mo che so wo ni Owura Graham Smith edi nkomo na asam no wo ye de akwakodan British High Commission a ono ewo my Ghana hanom a just wo mo te sa asam ni nya pekim enya dia em say investors kurampo no ebe ye omo ahom kan na say ebe ye omo dembo so meba ba ye omo adwene say ebi omo ba ye adwuma mpo e wo omo Ghana anu ntimpanifo efo omo na nsi fom na sa langasi wo mo entumi ntu omo ase o enye say bedru baabi no investor ba kurampo ni ho a wo betimi aye na adwene say wo ba Ghana hanu mpo aba beboa e wo hanu
yo na today ne sare to aso bio kadafa to so enso ana me gyina na wo de aba no wo kire say 2019 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards VGMA I call so nansen abidibidi ni gidigidi si hwe eno Ghana posi e de nkrata babontin worom chese bra na adwumade ne kwaso mfitin ase de nanka efe pa o hwe Accra International Conference Center honum na etitiri ni aninti na ba adwumade no ase worom hye koto mo hye furugu dwumade ne ye kama se nya senketo na anwumi etwa gusa na abra worom hye ase afi award mo de ma anwumtofo no we ani abonde no abaje na fe didi mu a ekodu ba bia award ba ko na hu hia pa anu ye reggae and dancehall artist of the year na man for hwe se sa title no de Shatawale and Stone Boy sanko for me kianeki enzoto awebo ba ko na beje edebre so going gon sano we ko hwe Shatanim na we akọ Stone Boy anim hwan ye bebo ndin ni nyina nkamfu ano ane ye boss Stone Boy din say wono na reggae dancehall artist of the year ye bo ndin penya pra dimika ko stage ni so a okoje award na ja wadase na no achi na obia hu de ba ya Shatawale ne nkofo so ebo pin stage ni so a so omo komano etinkon so omo kwan ni de so omo kwan de dikitikiti ba wetufa na twede enam hoam prau saw enam sa keka no bia mu na hwe ene mpanifo yi wetu no space a boom no afa wetu space a boom no afa we wuro no coat boom no afa ha as police kire se sa asem na si ye no wo beba wuro ma ye hwehwem nya de ombe jama na kakeke enti dano a wo mo chi Shatawale mpo ene Stone Boy a anadwene de no mo posifo nchen sa bre de posifo se asem no ombe di akiri pa
ene omo kokot make us omo nam kwan so omo kokot am say ajabin court onum saying and court about so
bond of good behavior.
I don't know about that. Minim so omo court nti omo yenhwe enim na omo court na omo du court ne be film be bibia no na yahwe
I see that as a GDP, as part of the GDP for Shatawale. Now, what is GDP about? Yeah. God's divine plan for Shatawale. I see this.
What's happening is God's divine plan for Shatawale.
I tell you, because his popularity is going to soar.
But those who say that what happened is a national embarrassment, a global embarrassment, what do you make of it?
Now, listen carefully. Yesterday, I sat there quietly, waiting for the next award, if we should win one, to use that occasion to apologize globally. When I realized that Chairman General Kwasi Aboagye came telling us they had taken a decision that out of the 3 awards that were left, they were going to take one out and leave and postpone the 2. So I immediately spoke to one of the Vodafone leaders. I don't know her name.
Well, and then I say a be mess about and of the ama, but opinion no can say Niama senior Shatawale ni papa Shatakapu no can say GDP na ni gross domestic product, but was it there be one on GDP ni ntiase and say God's divine plan. Nyame hihye na ne ba no ne ba ne din be peja akosoro papa.
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo neat 100.9 FM
Utie Oha Extra Ponkno. Needs FM.
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Yanko amano so na ye ni ura kweku obin Andy. Na wano no wakasa ma ura Asamoah Jan Ghana Black Stars sahini. Kweku yada asimu akwa baba Neat FM so anope.
Ejo se mini apeni.
Na bakode.
Ya me adumo me hoye na mo se.
Ya hoye papa. Right, so chamfoni no chire yen wo mo bia wo mo nhwe danti mo side wo nti asem na siye krata eye efi ura Asamoah Jan ho ba beto dwa say AFCON 2019 Egypt won Kobe or retire from Black Stars no sakrata no nsem ne ne de we na buy no bono tofa chamfoni nche ye
wala ni amami kia na nchia wotie fo nchia Ghana fo nyina yam se dra Kwasi ada no enyume na enya nkita hodie ne kan nkita hodie amene Black Stars captain Asamoah Jan edi nkomo na nkomo didie mu na Kwasi se dano in particular na wabo game fortunately no etimi ahye goal and was after the game no and I would a call from the head coach James Kwasi Aboagye on any benyan competition kakra no kra na adwene in mu na say dia wabo ball na wahye goal na wie no and dia ni coach Fred Abonabaso Ghana for ni say America kra na ipra ebi nya na obae no wetimi akekan ho in one of the friendly games so share 4 goals. One other competitive game was a 2 goals, sorry. And now Kwasi other day was saying a goal. And you know, and the coach friend at that time, the idea basketball and or day ball. Was in command in the coach in a course, you know, and I say call Umumian in terminal. It would be another coach in a position, it was or no as a player, no, or a captain, and so I'm reporting publicly. And they denounce it, and that's what make us say your co-op corner, captain Samban, and Yadia Obeto so about as a captain, Nebum, or the man is deputy, and did the Morgana, you and Abo. Now I'm saying Catabia Conchaya, in your drew Afcon, now you're the band in the ball and did the Morgana, you are maybe a lack better than a team, so I made the crew and at the fee. In terms of Komoiba, I said I nearly the year. And he also tried to say, baby, a lot of questions. If you are coach and come if you and I'm come out in channel, why not boss? I'm coming. Now, many of any Catherine in you to make a call Ghana web publication I bet on the 10th of May, 2019. If you say you throw a caption, say, Kwasi Aboagye drops Asamoah Jan with a big question mark. Now, the content of the letter, no. Na uwema ene mu film kakra na mse letene chete and I said document ne chete essential for bi ene prophet bia o ma mo ne din Kwasi Kwasi Aboagye na kata ni yemu Black Stars on komo no mukodi ye na ne tintin ni kiti nyina ne se prophet ne chete o hu Asamoah Jan ene bibi eso bi kruwa ebre o man Ghana ne mo Kwasi Aboagye e ka chere prophet ne se document me kofa free Ghana web and he said the Ghana web kind and yen cry not if they're making in a so in Kwasi Aboagye a prophet and the only so empire book as no yet they do a you whom Ejumayi na Asamoah Jan preprint a beer uncle Afcon nibi. And you had the opportunity the prophet in a kind and man confirming on television say no cray or none that dead now on the Kwasi Aboagye
prophet Ben no.
The pastor prophet Windorf Udru Chedi Adodona Son the Eagle Prophet. Wanona Enra Yenenu Nyam Komotien Ewo a television so no confirm me Satilia make a turn of pay edit ye Ghana for. Na kasa ni nyemu no nkomana anya samwade nti o ni
ba mimbi sao kweku enti ayi Kwasi Aboagye so a confirm say yes prophet nka bibi sa chen.
So you had the opportunity and a head coach, Dr. James Kwasi Aboagye and Kasa, with regards to a communication I bet a Ghana web on the 10th of May 2019. And the meeting I confirmed say Yintumino Emanuel confirming and also deny. But one side of the story they say a prophet window for good Jabinidia when your opportunity I'm on one big chicken and Kumudia or call Dr. Kwasi Aboagye Hope my son in the and on television.
I see.
far so say any someone ko dwene decision ne suggestion Kwasi Aboagye no on na nwene ho no dwene ho wi a on fa muaye mra and quickly no on also a series of consultations on it Timijan and mpanimfo a omo mata on career mu din komo na the arrive and say Kwasi Aboagye say decision is on mum and now say the position in the captainship and the deputy no Kwasi Aboagye and the AFCON said or channel ho e film kasa ni nyemu samoja so ahen say AFCON ye na the capital cranka odeko and there were any opportunity and could be there that eventually no we just na or retire and the common say na ekoye ye and ekoye fa so na ye person no ababo and be kase on ye captain dim unwillingly and no and of is and trade some our some Ghana bra power ball Ghana harma o football mu any dedication why you the amount man of it and go yeah it the any kind way so and I was oh man and I'm say coach no to me so appointed captain or sign the captain definition them and then you know coach in the announcement in the history of our game you know that back my say as smart captain a substantive one our fit and part of your team say while the announcement they would announce your captainship and to face a honor no I said and tell you anything ama on impact for a call and kuma or modest decision and communicating about Kenya.
Okay, good. Now, Sansi Subi Mami. Osi bra Kwasi Aboagye a friend or can say so for na se more kan and untina was a son oyi oje captain dibre ne feeling se nana.
Minimum confirm say oneno eka so for nkomo at Black Stars captain no. E meeting confirm say o say nkomo bi a o match see a o magi bi na I'm band in the ball and did the Morgan idea. Maybe as no lack rebeting a fight aside. I'm out in the crew and a diaba.
And those is saying and Kwasi Aboagye no.
Exactly so. And I command the you know. And also a team where you are Ghana for so at your and coming.
Ntinya se bia Asamoah Gyan sisi a wo form no bia aba form ana bia wo prepra eno ntino but obi aka kyerɛ me sunsun mu asɛm sɛ me de ban no de bɔ the day you dia nkonimdie betumi abrɛ yɛn
Many Asamoah Gyan were a professional player captain samban be say be obetum penifo be bia mobo bia e preso ye omuja to horma ono se be fire menye sure da the biara da se Kwasi Aboagye nya ku ka kyerɛ ne sɛ amband no e bi etra any form nti me be ya announcement me jeff nsema anke bi obe water away but baby and command ko free and one of my team say as a player and come out with in channel the Allah ko the deputy home name mo no an and samra bontin make say or ko a tournament no nya dia obo amband no if we say honum na I said ankuyi and the ma penfo to agina saka ta ne ba bontin na say enke ko ne kwan so a baby a year Black Stars no mo say a dressing e be sisa coach ni nya say 2 minutes ba bontin make say a draft no is not the direction of leadership that will be in India or a professional player. I mean the club level when you're captain and I would say captain all money forever. I mean yes sure saying to moving say that the babonti.
Gogo ya say I mean say ya nyina ati yenim no enra o mampanyi to no nsafre ye Black Stars management committee ora coach Kwasi Aboagye normalization committee and mo ankasa nso ye say Asamoah Gyan team no krese enra o mampanyi champion na mo so mukopia ase bia na
I mean, I'm not confirming that your team member back a part of one of the meetings I also our bank team.
Briefing away nyane saying no krese o mampanyi bra meeting ni koso no wo frɛ Asamoah Gyan na ni di nkomo.
No krese do say meeting no koso no. The first gentleman of the land Nana Danko Kufuado who was sending penfo be bra na mo meeting as any other opportunity our telephone so and Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan enya nkomo twetwe bebre ama say nyoma kona kwema and they chat if bank team ba say the president has ordered Asamoah Gyan to extend the decision it came in and say openina kasa say kata e ba bontina Asamoah on se sanadine na onya available for selection Kwasi Aboagye if you hear so the co AFCON na and no sakata na ya no sabab
Asamoah Gyan pinie exanse ohwa o mampani akan die oje pini ana wase we die enidie mo mampani wakasa medi ebuo ni enidie ma bad maybe am gina na me gina memmobio
One of my penica said, Minimte Catana, a corner sorting. So now, after I'm coming in, I know as I'm more editing nothing in Coma, Menoka said, maybe at any moment from now, the position of Asamojan, so yes, so a good cracker. So now, at the above one time, Ghana for you. After and come on the president be a baby Asamojan, it's in a so called Afghan or so uncle, and I say all as a mere player, and I say all as a general captain, and I say captain. Some community and a crown at the back Asamojan as a team is a from Rabontin.
Ebi akase ebeye bad decision se enya de beboa isan se ni akoso ni Kwasi Apiantem ama no crowd krata ba se mi mobium so obesisa na adwen a welcome no dien kra odo no di kwa kogure mu woni eye Kwasi Apia kra mo ntem bete sen ene ne ka ho.
Well, I think many people they share the same sentiment, but the minimum plan is a bufu any emotionally be a show so and our bab which maybe educational person take it. A new man said but when you are the first gentleman of the land, the president himself, when penny for umu enemy, 80 no masem, 80 jobo, 80 no casa, maybe I show more and more before banning a few more. As a professional player, and he said there are times that we go through such summer. Maybe I thought 20 now 20, maybe I would see them playing for a not going for it now. I'll put you on your professionalism. I feel I'll try to do my within the year. So, in the GDA pass, out of any round, come with the buy any year, and then before you hold me there, yes, I made it in a free last start captain at Mojan. So, they're trying to team on and they put it up on position in writing. Not free, I'm a Ghana for it.
Nyamdi be chat okra na meja akwaku ene se ebi se mo amo ben no mo amo kan team no mo so mantu no fupa na e ba ye munim se okay se aisha mo fa Ghana no mum munim se wo de krata bi se be to akin penifo bi be frɛ mo na ebi kra kire o ma dwen en minim se bia wakin kan alaji grunza na bia wuti ese nkomotwetwe enu a wodi Kumasi radio stations ba kwa waka so Asamajan fan so odi Okase Ghana ene dia Blasters aden captain ba no ene japade won mobia ma won ko and bebre any alaji grunzam so enam sa kwan so say ho dia Blasters no dodo na abo amabesin ko Mohammed Polo ose Kofimu Abdul Razak Abedi Pele omunyina ma bobi abesin ko ye gola munyina Antonio Abu amunyina bobi Blasters nya ne dia won fan so ba won ko
well Ghana for you woman was a sentiment in the and I'm so opinion. Yes, will be our idea, will be our position. A good time this year, Sana don't have a car and the Obeno no, only to the Fupa. But Obi Honor will name what actually is going down the drain. And to which me, I said opinion in the sentiment, like Obi a air share. Then they said in previous time, Obi take a decision, I wouldn't take decision taking one chance that trigger open needing friend and Sana was a decision. Decision upon a series of consultations. Young ministers they do with the agree and sure Sakatana the Babon saying. But President in the Babonabaso as a father of the country, a be a divisa bar, no who they need there also 29 editing. But decision initially upon a series of consultations. Ghana for entitled to the opinion. So a lot of Ghanaians some other Bobby or the plaster. But they did not the butcher man. It will be on the number of years of 51 goes as some say when shady. A year cap as a man and you don't see the Chemuko, I want to see and the Asamoah, who piece one of the poor pizza and for me, and Mahokra. And you are talking about two different personalities that Oma says it. Notwithstanding to say the Asamoah, pepe and I say pepe, but the can say a position the idea no home, anything for chin home, a quickly and sana ever bonting. Name Yang said they trigger an invitation from any contest whatsoever. But ye bomb and Penyaba say for who they need also them. And I'm the national course and a cost yes, and over $8 million. And they are called a Afcon. Now be this unity deba, not man penny who they need, there was any 2 minutes now. I think they are a step in the right direction. Kind of opinion today. You bet me forgive you more. Be our opinion. and yes, will be a cat in the great men will be at the quantity at it. Yet will be asked to be able to seminar. If you are going for it now, it is to take the bits and pieces out of all these advices. Now, you take any other that is here, let me consider all those ones. But it was in a better interest of Asamoah and a company.
I mean, sure, we are a pay.
Yes, that's about.
Kweko being Andy, I Kasama for my Ura Asamoah Bolboni, and a pay neat 100.9 Ghana Montie so, and a young commono, that's why you go, I nemo, a chair near cost of my Ghana, Model one cratemo, and come on. Media cutting or the various news online portals. If you need a digu honum saying, I didn't channel so do na by temu. Me gusua, me bomb homodin yinka crank. A decoy him. Now, Miss Cospelele from Kaswa says, please permit me to congratulate this visionary president, Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo showboy, for making history. At long last, the battle has ended. The hooray, RTI law has come to stay for good. It's a sign of victory for our beautiful democracy. God bless Ghanaians who voted for change. Miss Cospelele. Sir Awuku Ayensuano says President Akufo-Addo is truly a generational thinker, transparent and accountable leader. What his predecessors were running away from, RTI, he has embraced it with open arms. Please tell former President Mahama if he wants Nanado to appoint Lordina Mahama as the EC boss. Well, he will, but he will still lose come 2020. That is Sir Awuku Ayensuano. But see, ex-President Mahama should be serious about politics and stop badging the EC boss. How is he going to win 2020 elections without releasing even a single policy? Ghanaians are smarter than he thinks. It's hard for the NDC to counter the free education policy. Kwasi Aboagye, Sydney, Australia. Teacher Constitution, we are say, if we want Ghana to develop, we should allow the MPP to be in power for at least 32 years. Ghana will only develop if we all turn deaf ear to the NDC propaganda. May God richly bless Nanado and his NPP government. Amen. That's from Teacher Constitution. He wrote all that. No part of it. Meshach Asante Abosokan says, hey, so now, despite groups are behaving like Oman FM when they decided not to give report on opposition demonstration. But you must know that it is not only NPP members, you are your listeners. Meshach Asante. Yes, you care to know. Meshach, give me the list. Give me the list of people. Pajomfa list, no mami. All right, so we have a list of these people. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, Okujeto Ablakwa, ABA Fuseni, Alhassan Suhini, Sam George, mpanyinfo we nyina producers are from omo empire nti mpacho bebre Meshach Asante sebi o uti fie na odidi na oti a yeni so, but don't say what you don't know. Instead of I mean, Mam for them work at and be fantastic and for mammy. You
are for just somebody say a pass here. Yenny down. Yade the hero de work at and I was so. Now, before say reggae, a friend say, Daddy Lumba, reggae. Lucky Dube, was say if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Yes. So where they say, Obi a throw stone. Amidu say, Mati Amidu, on one gas that just your baby, I walk at that shop, I can't dream with yellow. A be a peer or honomo. A be peer or honomo on there, while me a new consa. So one moment I go PM, I beg you my equal from no one go Juma or watch that say, employers too. Mienu baako yɛ an accountant baako yɛ ne secretary I want you mu nyina yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ special prosecutor ne office hɔ no mo a na baako na wɔno yɛ accountant yɛ very Peter Owusu afiri yie ɛna secretary no de Joseph Dasana na wɔno ɛna wɔkyerɛ sɛ gɔfo mienu we wɔn de abosome ɛne yɛ aka kyerɛ wɔn so ayɛ amunyi sika kakra na mo fantofu amfa ngumu ka mu sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ amakwa ne abɛdeɛ nsɛm no nso bɛtumi akɔ yie san sɛ no nso akoma sika kakra ɛkyɛ sɛ ne de boa sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a bibia bɛtumi akɔ kama nso de aboa ma mo ka atwie ne nyina bibia bɛtumi akɔ yie na ɛno ɛna ɔkyɛ sɛ sika yɛde ma ɔmo na sɛ nso ɔmo ani o wɔn afa kuntura sɛ na kyɛ sɛ bosome biara no sika twitwi di ɔmo timi ewia de free aban sika mu a ɔmo de yɛ adwuma ne nyina no ɛyɛ 10,000 cedis yɛde quantity sika ne mu a ɛno yɛ 100 million 100 million no ɛna kyɛ so wɔn ewia na ɛbere a wɔn hu sɛ adeɛ ne yɛ pia ana matea medu wɔne ne mpanifo yi ɛna ɛgye sɛ wɔwɔ mu konsa sɛ dabi wei deɛ wanhwɛ yi a ɛbɛyɛ nimguaseɛ de ama yɛ paa eti mo nsa nkɔ baabi foforɔ na mkɔ yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ hɔ nom a saa bere yɛ a yɛkasa yi nsɛntwerɛfoɔ yɛ bɔde pinkyɛn investigator papapaa de ɛma yɛ Martin Amidu ne prosecution office ne nyina no ɛna wɔn monyamfoɔ Julius Zodanu ɛtumi ɛbɔ nsɛm no mu nyina ɛde kyerɛ yɛ a wɔkyɛ sɛ saa nkɔfoɔ mmienu wei ɛna wɔn ɛtumi awia saa sika no ɛwɔ special prosecutor ne office.
Yankoso hallelujah. Efina say honorable ABF Fuseni atimi agye yahoma no ye frɛ no so. Honorable ABF Fuseni ye mrahye bejuno gina my Sagnarugu. Honorable yada se mo akwa baba ni TFM so.
Oh, me chief for nyina.
Na bokode.
Oh, master. Mine there. Nyejuma.
I see. Na enra wo ya kire ye domkuma mo kan ye amanfo ahodo a wɔn etisi dwam so wɔn yɛ ɔyɛ kyerɛ sɛn ɛna si kɔma amo
oh no na ekoso no enye just for the document enye NDC asem enye the whole 29 million plus Ghanaians because about the right of freedom of expression guaranteed by the 1992 constitution for all Ghanaians and even people who reside in Ghana enye one political party asem Ghanaians ni nyina asem nti yen state say enye NDC for kwa na mo be demonstration PSC wom ACP wom UGM wom all other across the political divide even including MPP members including even nya omu any party affiliation omu nyina wo because a fundamental right of all Ghanaians here exercising, and that is what is under attack. Master, who say since Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo, Abba Power, the issue of press freedom has come under sharp focus. So today, Yakai, Ghana's global ranking on press freedom, Yatifi from Ghana previously, at least at the time President Mama Jai. Now we were first on the African continent. On top.
But I see Diana Yati Abafom.
Yes, because of the
was he at Abafom or Demu?
Yes, because the press freedom rankings. Yati Abafom. You are falling a number of steps down. Because now, matter, we are journalists, we are climate. Look, number one, the closure of radio stations.
And Mbacho first pioneer dying na Sisi Abahi.
I say we were first. They are first in Africa. First, number one. And global rankings, we were among the first 10. What you say? This time you are different from down, lower. That's a matter of fact. For checking. And I'm saying that a very worrying signal that President Nana Akufo-Addo now starting the credentials as a human rights activist, champion of media freedom, or bad power, and the media is on the decline. Press freedom is on the decline. Under his watch, radio stations they are almost functioning from the time of President Rollins, President Kufuor, President Atamils, President John Dramani Mahama. Abana region there, radio stations have been closed down. Should that not be worrying? We are human rights activists. We are champion of media freedom. Uba, under your watch, radio stations have been closed down. Is it a credit? Way a credit. Master, it is a very, very worrying signal. Now, I can say, Master, share the climate under which journalism is done today. For publishing a story, we'll take it time for look at our brother, unfortunately, Ahmed Swali. Your brother, Manasi Azure. What published story and which the government didn't like. Nah, he's under threat. At the point in time, he has to flee the country. The same Manasi Azure under President Mahama. Onu no ye Ford expedition story. What to be kind? Masa.
Yeah, me want to honorable.
What to be kind? Ford expedition story. And your Manasi Azure no ye against President Mahama. Oko launch the book. President Mahama no told the first copy. 30,000 Ghana cedis. You see the difference? And the MPP, or hear that story. He has to run out of the country.
But honorable, somehow can no crepe papa say I mean Ghana, Africa, your number one sport, 2019 lose. But you see, I just checked this story from Ghana Web Friday, 19 April 2019.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the story it also says that Ghana's worst performance was in 2013. When it ranked 30 and its best was in 2015.
So in 2013 you were ranked worst, and then in 2016 you were ranked the best.
But it's also true, sir. In 2013, Satan namuna mo abemeboa.
And I can say if in 2013 we did worst, and in 2016 we brought it to the best, it tells you that President Mahama is a performing president. That is what I'm telling you. Is that not a matter of record? Who correct exams are what failing? Now who correct now your distinction? Which one is more important? So that is the point. So the fact cannot be erased. At the time President Mahama what issue 2016, we were the best in Africa. And yes, you have just confirmed the record.
But
and President Nana Akufo-Addo, you defeat from.
Right, but Ebiaka say, I mean, sa yechira mo ye na say mo kasoki wa press freedom ye tena so ni ye ka ho. Ebi say we radio stations a womo afault mra and mra ni omo di. Yehwe ni ankan no and that mra she bedwefu a musumu ni mu mra na mu dim na mo ye say no. You should be ensuring say mra no ebe ye adwuma ha.
Exactly, mra no, and I'm coming to that. Make sure no be who say clearly mra anya juma in this particular instance. And I'm going to cite mra. Mra ne wuka no Act 775 of 2008 Mibwa Electronic Communications Act.
Yeah.
Ko check Electronic Communications Act. Omuka say in the most egregious circumstances radio station be mra. Section 13. Okay. Section 13, a number of conditions under which NCA answer normal to a radio station. The first one, you can say Ubama said this in a radio station, 30 days notice. Okay?
Yasugusu.
Second, Ubama ample opportunity to present their case and come and argue their case. Number 3, Omuksi that radio station adequate opportunity to rectify the lapse or the error or the nuisance that you are talking about. So if it is about fee or Montie, you will give them that adequate opportunity to pay the fee. So ubeya way na answer now if that relationship is recalcitrant, you can consider shutting it down. Maybe say in this particular instance, NCA, all those Marana Yajuma. All the conditions we can have, money in Yajuma. It didn't work. That is the law. So let nobody tell us that on the contrary, because in this particular instance, NCA one more opportunity to. So we are calling the NCA to order to make sure that they follow the law.
And one asema mo catch it and graphic can say mudi petition and so edeko emaye NCA sanity.
Yes. So no you are presenting petition.
100.9.
And it was received, and I hope that the current administration in the chief executive, I'm sure if he or a man that say obey near fata.
One educrata no.
One of the deputy chief executives, Madam Migre Finidi.
Okay.
Yes, a very high official of the commission.
Ubetimi ache krata no mo petition nsema no bia mo de tu omanim.
Oh, is this same matter na can say the main concern infraction of right of freedom of expression. And we say the rights of those radio stations have not been respected. So NCA takes steps, making sure they allow those radio stations to come back on stream and do their work. And then while they are on stream, they regularize their operations.
Okay. All right.
But the ruling of the Electronic Communication Tribunal and making it clear, NCA is guilty of your friend procedural impropriety. Sir, radio stations do, regularize operations. And that is what the NCA exists to.
Okay.
As far as the frequencies, the NCA is there to help. NCA is not there to close radio stations. And your duty to say close radio stations. It's their duty to help the radio stations to be compliant.
That's why I'm saying I'm tribunal. Tribunal no na
What's it?
And yet tribunal ruling almost so much now so.
And a tribunal ruling, tribunal can say radio station. Nowhere in the ruling, na tribunal radio station. So who watch them? It's not there. They never asked them to go and close any radio station. On the contrary, tribunal say network broadcasting company, that is Radio Good, was not given adequate opportunity to be heard and for their position to regularize.
So I don't know, then pursue it still in court.
Exactly. So that is the ruling. That is the ruling. So meaning say NCA is a creature of state, and NCA is a law-abiding entity. And I know the leaders who are there now are law-abiding. So they should obey the law. The court has ruled on that matter. So will be said, the court has ruled. They should listen to what the court has said and afford them the opportunity to regularize the operation. Now, Masa, Argentina, NCA, radio station. Is it something that will please them? If you go and shut 30, 40, 50 radio stations, will you jubilate that you are happy that something like that has happened in a democracy? And yet, it's like Abayi there, MPP Abayi, said, when they have a saw on their leg, instead of treating it and making sure that the leg heals and you use it, you go for amputation.
And you're saying, sir, Oma Mom Kokobia, Oma Musori Adakra,
Master, I just told you conditions under which we bet to radio station. And yes, sir, go and read Act 775. Some I can't tell.
No, I just ask a question. And yeah, about the reading of that, I just ask a question, sir.
Yes.
Are you saying that Oma Bibia, they didn't communicate to them?
I'm just asking you, did they comply with all the things that I'm talking about?
Who?
Who?
Is NCA and radio stations, no?
The radio station, let's assume with that, admit it, sir. So the radio stations owe some money, but you go and read the tribunal.
So I said, then you should tell me because who can say as if say Omudini na so you should tell me.
Tribunal can say all the fees were illegal. Where is the ruling? They say fees there, we charge they do go 61 million. The tribunal rule all those fees as illegal, and so they had no money to pay. So that one is off the mark.
Okay.
They are talking about the payment for frequency. And if you go and see Network Broadcasting Company SYZ, they presented checks to NCA and they didn't take it. And then Namika said, what is the motive? Because the motive of NCA is to help the radio stations to be compliant. And the Omubabe chair to be compliant. Why would you stop them? Even if it's late and they have come to pay, at least they have come with the intention to rectify. There is the spirit and the letter of the law. The spirit of the law tells you that once they seek compliance and help them to be compliant. So you don't use that as an excuse to close them down. As if you are happy that they should be closed down. Are you happy that they are closed down? That's the question we ask NCA. You're too radio good. You're too So if you're happy, it means who was your motive? What is your motive for being happy for them to be closed down? And yet, it's a way they move here as some on all scores. And yet, the best option, sir, on the communications committee. You issue invitation to NCA.
Okay.
You now if you have something and then look at the way forward. We are interested in a solution so that NCA better reconsider the issue and open negotiations with them.
Okay.
Now you're moving forward as a nation.
Na sa way na then Montie.
No, because it's a right of Ghanaians to express themselves. Master Anka Omu Tifreko minimum workers are an apina uchi assembly ekai.
O said the bia me no kasa honorable me no kasa nye kasa me no kasa the bia nye because UTC kruma na me no kasa.
No, I'm just telling you that we are talking about a demonstration, and yes, sir.
Yeah.
Demonstration numbers.
But I'm also saying that you don't have to demonstrate and send my friend say any
demonstration is a fundamental human right of Ghanaians to express.
I agree.
So what be your demonstration and your body? Maybe through demonstration, we may some papa never feel how we be better. So like we are also demonstrating the petition NCA.
Okay.
So NCA when we petition, we bet valid points near war. Now we do Juma. Your democracy is better safe. So
yeah.
So in that sense, democracy is very, very positive.
All right. And I pay you that's Papa Nyamisha Honorable ABA Fuseni.
Master Bisumidasi. Because of the free atmosphere they want. My will be compromising because it is good for all of us.
Sure.
No, Master Ujai Uma Sa this in Koswa. Ochina, the Baba two station. Obiba on Pewasama, Obaba two station, and find an excuse why you should be shut down. And the bad your original Obiba two station watching now. Ghanaians will rise up and tell the person that only right say yes, or person will say a democracy. You see, Omubaba defend him. So let's all stand up in collective defense of the right of free speech.
Yeah, that's the pay. Yamin sharp, Papa.
Yo.
Honorable ABA Fuseni, Mashibe Jino Jama, Sagnarugo, and Penifua and Ra, one more year, Yache, Ewan Krahanum saying, so what in some Sikan or Domo de Krata, Ediakwakoma, and see a cra, a warrior, say radio stations Nibio Matum, and I pay and ho and como, and not ya de Abremo. Now, to this one here from Te from Finland says, Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians, do you know that we have a minister for religious affairs? Oh yes, we are praying a human being to serve. We're paying a human being to serve as a minister for religious affairs. I'm only waiting for the day when he will explain to us his usefulness as a minister. As far as I see it, he's proving more useless than the various standard authorities in the Ghana. As for Kwekubako, it was not smart of him to disrespect some of my Zama chiefs, but we will help him fight the blatant brainwashing and fraudulence of these so-called prophets. From Finland with that one. And to Eno Brewer, Shresu, Kapem South District says, I'm very disappointed in Yunus Afuseni and his NDC who took part in the demonstration yesterday. How can lawmakers demonstrate? All right, so Yunus Afuseni did not take part in the demonstration. Zabi Fuseni who took part. So that's the correction. Take note of that one. Me sure say pay what yenini din komono see na omo akonsombo a omo yenhye unti ono ankobi. But ABA Fuseni I no kasa sisia wono na wakoye demonstration bi. A mystic inside in Sonoma Dreji says the RTI has been passed into law. Hooray. But trust me, it's going to be one of our numerous beautiful laws that are kept in books with implementation. Without implementation, that's mystic in Sonoma Dreji. Kwasi, please tell Reverend Osubempa to talk as a prophet because he's disgracing himself as a prophet. And stop talking too much. Why? Is it because Anna says he will come to the church? What at all is he doing that he's afraid of Anas? Richard Usu, Morgan, Cantamanto, Ebai. Now, Howard from Palestine says, I prefer to lose 2016 elections than to restore teachers and nurses training allowance. Now, what has changed? Ex-President Mahama should know that he has been a president in this country before. Now, the talking is too much. I don't think any Ghanaian who wants the progress and the betterment of Ghana as a country want these babies with teeth back to power again. Right. So, yanto aso yanyin nsem ne bi, the bankrata no komono bi eda so ewom. Ya so say ye na ewie the bankrata no nsem. Kwagum ya kwa.
Brother ye wi na ye kwa ni today. Ne krata fa to so ensia. Ana megyina na wempo no Freeman koyokpo aresu. Ana acho ede free mekpe ede aba framantem no. Na Queen Mother foforo ye sinu kura. Ewo mepe na nana matram kunwa. No wo North Tong district. Aw framantem mamaga azosreku ono no waka sei no wa chese ni mpotem onyasem ketwa nyinsen ya etu atese no boroso dodo enkoda mayoa ne nyim boroso dodo onwa koda bayoa na 7 efo epintin anya dwane ne wadi ama ne efo epintin nyinsen wanyim oye ne den kura wanyim na oba hima kasa no amfana sam dodo na enkoda mayoa no a omoje hye omo ho omonyim no na emu mema ne titiriw na ose mema no asabi mode mudu atom ko ho a agese mo hu ze biribi hye skirt mu agese mo hu ze hips bi hye skirt mu na mato ahye so no monye very careful mepe importem ho no wono mo mpesa suban no ada na monyenyem kwada ne sa ememu a mo san importem ho mepe ho no ada na monyenyem mayoa ne sa mo mpesa mayoa nda achi besiye mo mpesa nkoda yi wo mso be ko suku no abaye mayoa omudimu ehwe ne mampenifo de omo ye de boa Ghana ne yenya mayoa wo yempetemu a emema isori a todwe akatim todwe bonkore todwe sa menkore nyina anyanyim ye nyina anyanyim na omde timpotemo anya fine oba ahema kasa se mamu anse manhwe ye ne mmara so mpoachi a enie ade a omo ne mobeye no mbonse nananom sabi womtetu asa omo so nsuso nsemfo so kra na dwomo frankoda na obu osme frakora wi asoma no na ode na tim ho o fra obi wo ne demu asoma na mana kwoto ade abron na ode na tim ne mpaso sa basa sa nyenye mawe basa sa no moyimani na nkora yi bresa nkora sa anyim wi so amonye monhwe ye pa ba pani akasa so munya sa esuba
dia medi tu apo medi daily searchlight na medi etu apo na we ye health tip kakra medi ekọ ede ama aya abatan a wo mo manufo nhwehwemu akire sese mukoso ama mo manufo no a eboa emma kire se akomayade ahodo no ana ya ababeja mo so no ebetimi afiri ho no papa enti mu amawo enkwada ye kase mu nofo ana mo se mo beze mo nofo beti aguo enti mu de mo musle mugusu asle no emma abatan na sa health tip we ekode ama wo wose koso a na ma enkwada ne nofo ma wo mo nofo emra tenten na ade be ma no samre tente kro no aso na wo bo wakoma ne ho ban wo bo wakoma ne ho ban afiri ade wa hodo a eye ba beja akoma ne ho enti ha diseases ahodo no wo ma obenofo a ebeboa e sa kwan ne so enti we eye afutu a ye de ekọ ama abatan a mo emma mo ma enofo
nama asem emma yi kan minti ase bra kwasi na nkwara de omo nofo a onofo no etigusen
ebi mu beso memo mo manofo because omo gidi se ebe mo nofo na atiagu enti obi wo ho no mo a na like on feeling poso obe ma kra
amati emma we ni bitimi ma kwama be maketeche wobre no nofo pa nya asem ketwa akwara onya mfie kura miensa ne nsa hia ne nanoso ahia o de twu nofo na yi nenso memma kentinka omabeti etimu wobre nofo ay no de oso nofo ntingu adimbo ne be no
we ya hwehwemu aba beto dwanti aso ala pass opeso uhu nchiremu a nso do esukokọ daily searchlight ni mu ekokọ hwehwe na we die
akranko no ma onya feelings o unsa ama nu sakura no ma onya feelings
no bra kwesi de betimi akire mu yie die
sasa yi
onu de betimi akire mu yie eno ena betimi akire mu yie Dale boy ya de asore.
My brother is in Chirumuna. Wakas mato so pa.
Ben ka bi anto.
Amma se mo kan wakato so pa.
Asim chedem.
Ama kan.
Be se enkwara num abatan no fo
na se wo
akwada na wo ba.
No no fo.
Ma ne num no fo abu ama wo hat.
Na me wo no fo.
Ama ose akwada enuma wonya feelings. Ono se agimi busa wansa.
Why say?
Amasimi musa.
No, why no my own feelings? I don't understand.
Akwada.
Minya akola.
Akwada wa wono ketwa.
And I'm saying minya akola.
Debi wa kanu for one say mo bra ko sinya bote.
Yeah, but minya akola, so I say akola no ma, na minya akola. So how do I?
Debi nyabu akola no wonu no. Wo aye no mo no fo no.
Na me say me wonu fo. Enyo no wonu fo.
Ya ne de na fimfa mo nketenkete. Wo enkola de no mo.
Ne no fu ni nketenkete. Ne no fu ni nketenkete. Si de hu ya.
So only am quest why you went so.
Obi ade we see no fu na fimfa mo nketenkete. Ati say de nketenkete tennis board na
anopoli.
Apple ana de he.
E me ma de na flat ya no mo ana no so.
No, it is apple na ma de ntse popo. Yes.
But obi no fu na kan say no fu nketenkete sa.
Apple
Ade.
I was just saying that some a people getting.
What ya na sa na hwe no fu.
Hey, look.
Na nya me di ano waka, wo di ano waka.
Na me no fu. Si wo no fu na femfa mo nketenkete wo asem na aka aka.
So, brother is.
Na wo me make bi ama no wo asem ba me. Wo hia me aka me no wo no fu. Wo si wo no fu na femfa mo nketenkete a o kan wo asem a o se de. Ya unyi
nkyerɛ me na na wo so ana
Aboagye kase Montie
da be me de na na wo so ana
na me ka Aboagye but send wa transfer na ba no o ka no o se o ya unyi nkyerɛm o ya unyi nkyerɛm so ampa
minyi
so o ya yi nkyerɛm
see ye wo TV so de aga mi
o ma bu mfuna yi
na ya de ye breast cancer
screening
Afia for ya wie
o ma de so de kama mu
Rafadio. Oh, there we go. What?
I'm not for me,
na some kind there. So ma about more chisan. As more kind I saw more chisan and now o cheche.
I was so much chisan.
There be I saw ma wo ankasa
because all chisan.
Yeah. Because e bia na wo kan fo bi tia.
Wasi se me mention say.
No ma. Wasi wo so dia na kama. I said we hu da.
Oh, there be say obi nanti e fa hu. Aboagye. Obi wo nanti a. Otimu se nanti na efe. Eti amade no se ne atale ne tie ne se ne tie no o kan na ye nyasem. Aboagye ye ko.
Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie.
Oh, there's some papa. Kwasi Aboagye. Go akata wansa. Amaya se. Kwasi Aboagye.
Onye yimu. Nukretrodo. Kamagine men kamagine bo.
Nitape.
Mama yentie. Kwasi Aboagye 100.9.
Kwasi bonkwe.
Neat 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi Sunu Asiogwe na messages no comments no be that so ewa hanum saying na medibi epia na yako yenim. Rainbow from Kaswa says I want to commend His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for calling on Asamoah Gyan to come back to Black Stars. This shows that the president really thinks about the progress of this country. Rainbow Kaswa EC boss and Mr. Bossman, that's Dr. Bossman, must be careful about how they are handling IPAC meeting. They should know it's very well that the EC is an independent body, not political party. They shouldn't play politics with the august office. That's Eriko Kono La Paz. And to one here, Fawaz Inamasama says the achievement of President Akufo-Addo is gradually becoming uncountable. This president has shown courage and boldness in superintendent over this country within these few years. The RTI, which became a talk shop in 20 years, has finally been passed into law yesterday. I ask for strength and wisdom for this president for what he's done. That's Fawaz from Masaman. And to say Obama in Puku, as he says, the alacrity with which President Akufo-Addo assented the RTI Act is enough indication that the NPP government upholds in high esteem the tenet of multi-party democracy, contrary to the assertion of the naysayers and nation wreckers. The media must desist from abusing his sacrosanct privilege. This sacrosanct privilege, they should exercise this right judiciously to the benefit of the citizenry. That's one from, say, Obama in Pukwasi. And to Walanyo in Akweti, I says, why can't Really Good and XZ followers contribute money to pay their debt for NCH to restore the free currency? And to one here from OB, University of Education, it says, Kwasi, I want you to tell the government to pay the students' loan, else will cause demonstration. I rest my case. OB, University of Education, Winneba. You want to cause demonstration because your students' loans are not in? Yeah, but true. Pythagoras' theorem says Mr. Mahama should stop the excuse and the blame game he's tagging the EC. In 2016, He went to the elections with Charlie Chaplin style. With Charlie Chaplin style on stage everywhere he went. They told us in the 2016 that the AC cannot facilitate for a party to win. So why the sudden U-turn and now blaming the AC when the monkey cannot reach the the ripe banana? He says the banana is not sweet. He's trying to blame the losing Pythagoras theorem. You have to be careful. Charlie Chaplin style. Now, one here that says Asamoah announces his resignation from the national team in less than 24 hours. Mr. President calls asking him to rescind his decision. Law school students are grieving over myriads of problems confronting them, from unprecedented high failure rates, exorbitant remarking fees, yet no leader of this our great nation has openly made a public statement, not even GBA. Granted, Asamoah is captain of a national team and so requires presidential intervention. How about legal education and the future of yet to be lawyers in this country? Isn't becoming a lawyer making a person self-employed and thus reducing unemployment in the country? And therefore, in line with the president's initiative of reducing unemployment, now the moment you become a law student, you automatically become the enemy of the IEC/GLC. Very disheartening. You didn't add your name and where you're sending us from. But I mean, I should say, wow,
Ghana, Montie, na mansanya so. Adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEET 100.9 FM.
Utie oha echi ponkno. NEET FM.
Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi eti ya menu afahin na mahie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya Asamoah ba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro beye de ni ehie fufuo a akode wonwane adwa mo adwuma se me ne fie adwuma de mini fufuo kakra ba o medie no eno to metwa ma da pasa Asamoah kan na matire nyira what ate na make am meboa ebo de odi komum na sese ade obra to otwa fufuo ai wodwo pam na wo ma siu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo timfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa yam body fufuo ne mankani fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no needful fufuo eni anu bi na masori ba antilizi kama me di ye yo sese bia ma me hwe bia needful fufuo ya kama say body fufuo ne mankani fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me so kan so ento simanu mpe no wa wie no ahie wo kwa papa bi aguso be chese de ama mani kura agisa need fufuo a mama ko tobi kura ba ne se de Ghana for sipom fufuo no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wodrom ne wenu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de body ne mankani fufuo papa bi ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mogyaduro ana opawia ne anadwo a wo koda need fufuo supermarket bi am need fufuo e wo wo fi a eni gye nko a
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkrato mu agye atum se eye
Efiewura me mo achi o Efiewura
Yeson
machi o Efiewura mechia wonye so
ewura enfase mam so what e ba force search me mo yem no
won so pepe
wa fi we die me pese oni Efiewura bekon Efiewura we die ye kwa sori abo
ewura de mo kwa sori
ye ko paye
ewura de ka soro ho a what e be se wo ba hwa wa kra ba kompo wunya onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne mma edi nsuohie twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore na Efiewura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodeo mo mame na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Mesi na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinje Efiewura ya wi ya kwasere body pate ke Efiewura wuti fia se light bi no water bi ba wuntua bi wo boa se sika na ne fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
hwe me ka chiro pre nya pre fa Said this way chocolate drink no. Metumi to be pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Se me bufu a, betumi to bag mu a wate.
Yeah, fiewura we nko ade ma abunfu.
E fiewura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ya trimodefo.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
Frichi freche framre fete freche mu fentemfrem. Efre chirichiri fredom se. Omantie, amansentie, kana muntie wonit.
Neat 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi so na wasugwe anope nche bia beko amano so na yaje eyama dwinkyere ewo phone lines no so. That's what it is. Right, so my messages maybe comments now about me be sign fan to us so answer the microphone lines so now Kwasi from Kwasi Aboagye says the occurrence of natural disasters in NPP's time is now at skyrocketing and spreading like bushfire because NPP has brought great calamity to the country from market fire to water disasters. What PT NPP must go for us to get peace. That's one from Kwasi from Kwasi Aboagye. With that, and to this one here, Koka Bismarck Nungwa says, congratulations to the Free Media Vanguard. They have really propagated the truth for today's demonstration. NCA must put an end to the bias and political wizardry. And to Sami Boachi Asamankesi, he says the fact is President Akufo-Addo has sent to the right to information bill is laudable, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Gradually, all promises of President Akufo-Addo led NPP will be fulfilled. And what am I hearing from the NDC? The RTI bill will enhance the quality of our governance and provide a critical tool in the fight against corruption. This long parliamentary process has finally come to an end after almost 2 decades of policies, changes and amendment. President Nana Akufo-Addo has proven that he's willing to fight corruption and be accountable to the people. That one from PK from Kaswa. Need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi so no Asiogwe Anope. Move. Yes, Nazi. Sir? Yeah. Hmm? Cha. Yeah. Jatabuja. Jatabuja. Sa? Menam kacho. Eh? Hey. Boy. Ah. Jatabuja. Jealousy. Nganyobi. Nganyobi. Mbatati. Jealous. His name is Bless. BLESS. Bless featuring Kinata. Chocho mucho. I'm getting on. Meno Kwahmano so 0302243540 and 0302257902.
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro kofi ama ne homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Okay, so Yanko Amano so morning.
Memoache.
Yenio.
Oh, wa so ya den kakra kwasi. Me ka se wo ya me morning anopa. No ama me yam fie. Nti memoache so aje so se wo mama che nyame nhira o.
O de o.
No famfo nyina na kwasi so wo se anwume wo je ho. Said meboa. O kan de kasa.
Me anyum no asem na ba beka.
Yo, I don't know. Moko fefa fa nkofo bi ya tonyuma makofa VGM wo bi aba kote award ma nkofo emfata. Na ebede ne ntutu omuro ye. Ebede ya tra ya Ghana hanum an ya tiwe krom nyom na nipa etonyom na wo mu musai na hwe yetiri ho ye wo hwe graphic papers mu a. Ebede wo de ma me nkoma sam so de di kai me chia nipa wadwempa ewura kofinti ene ne mpamfo a eye adwuma GRA kwasi miwia Eastern region afi ebeye de to politicians na wo mo ka kire say bibia nim na MP hu nim na yemente MP fo ye wo ho na wo mo ye adwuma ne ade no afi Eastern region obi ti say Eastern region some obekoso wo ho ye wura kofi ba fi and then Kwasi Akwacha my map wo nyina wo super so wo bewuram anya yi so wo ye o magine say ye be yi obi na we na ya ade ne ade maso because of wo subai mo ko politics no ye de mo ko mo se mo betimi take it down na so will be the mouse who could see where you're so called Nakamansi Pataswa, and you are no one free, you'll be the man who see her. No, I could do, I know my own margin is a one more, you almost ask one more. It's you know, one but who, dear Ba. A best power almost a tsunami, dear would too baby, I would die, you know, and not the best, and you probably the two of Mama who could see her. It's young so Kwasi. Na me kai, you media now watching in the Macabum. Kwasi Aboagye, mubetimi aboaye bebre. Na maka kire wo mo ya word, se nkofo dwane, ya kone ne baby abedra nya fio. Aya research, ya mpani fo ya research aka sa asebo ema. Ye betimi aka kire ya ni de research ni ya adwuma. Kwasi baby ya kwa bedru na Ghana. Aya dai na muguso, wo bi obeto nyumpa no, ye man award, wo bi obeto nyumfo. Akikese mfuate no akofa word amano no officer de wire no wire de kwasu beka ye bremidira Ghana International Airport one na yewo na report ma sabrantie aniama woye otutu asem fala anipokute no muniama no omuye na waje airport nyina no waje airport afa wasi kwai obi enka na wo ban no woye de ope and waje duru baby nipa over 4,000 or so eguro wo be ye afa bedroom the presidency Jubilee House wo de beko no aye na ya digino so anu ono na aye di obi ye bi da ani ade na wie ye di awie no enti mom ye ban firi ho tie kurom no obi aba no wase me ya word amamo na word no wa mo tie kurom nyum die kurom kasa to nyum kire ye ya ma wo bi ayi ya sesade ya akoma nkofo bi ya boje so enye he wa ya ade wa to nyum ayi no odi atem ade che no odi atem no ma publicize na dem no obi aye ya no ya akyerɛ so wɔ tumi kye wo bia so am so mbɛkɔ so e di award wa mani pa bi sei ni ade dia ye ya bɛkɔ so sa Kwasi bi wie ɛyɛ ebi efuseni
wie
Kwasi nsɛm a ɔka kyerɛ wo nyinaa no ade nti na Kwasi sɛ me pa ade ɔka yɛ sɛ te sa pɛpɛ pa ɛkyɛ sɛ wɔyɛ mmara sɛ badani wɔse mmara no sei na tie ade no wɔnkɔ gyina court ko adi bim ade no wɔma radio go du nkɔ gyina court na kiɛ nyinaa yɛ nsɔre ne nsi street so asa NCA aye di obi nye bi da na ki Aboagye so wo de wuntimi nko
medase papa ma me fa your friend for new on so aginche hello yeah but your friend yeah nana ain't you
mekata fia suboy bacho mona mo akra o ya man pen na do dan kwa kufuado ene ne vice agenkese pen o mo ye de
ana pay NT bibi boni bia me arishim se omo hoye pa
omo hoye de a de nyame ase se omo hoye na me pa nti ama talaga safo o do me kwa benya obabisi a mema suru no ihu aka on de o course we de ne hene ko je opon kro me chia na me tata nya oku so si opito fuo o police quarter pre master o so ye ma de ne part bo man me chia na ma me ko ma asem so ndra na yure hoye kakra na me TV ho na yeyi kejetia market na nsu yiri ho na yeyi tam na na nsu yiri ho yeyi circle ha Dubai ya na ho nsu yiri ho na me say nti o man bem pa na yatimi enema wei na ndi fo ye ya o de bon hu safo hini say anom de boy o wa boy ka papa I was say you do jam la no na me no mu di mo discuss it dey say ayata me na 3 na mo di be say Dubai ene ke tia e say so to ne se ho yiri dia e mo boy ka ndi be say ni for say won ke pade e na omo ye e na so omo ye de ja omo ma e dia ko me say aduma wei adam o ma say da chi on ko te na so yiri nwa na so na se te ta ta che mo de ye di nyanti ko ye mpomfo aduma ye benya ni because ye ti o mamu na ye nyampenfo say no mu ni o man ho dopa no omo ni tima na de omu hia yo omu yefu anu omu yire no manko a ye behuni ye se gana for say momo mu ntie de edi fo kanu ayantro ane kotompo onom no de ba kunya so the moment you kunya so 8 years no man tiba nya hwi amfa o man we no obi aba within 2.5 years no se gana nkwara go school free no de napko aba na mo de ko IMF no we yi ye film within 2.5 years na ye ne nkuma o wie de se tell no mu tifie no mu aduma ye na ne o mu nya aduma ye no na se mo sa anu nti no mo ko mo pa se ye ntike Ghana nkwala nsie ni yenku ma na wo mu so ma we ma so kwam
medase mamenji aya frɛ fɔfoforɔ nso ɔno deɛ na yɛnkɔ anim kakra ho hello
Kwasi Aboagye
onye yimu kan wa dwen men kama dwen yo
Well, so I can go on to the court.
Enra me yiri hu se otiti bi so no se sa kwasi wo ya branti o na mo se hwe ogina ne na so anopai ma me ntia na me ntia odima efo William Gentu anopai me manache na me ntia na nabrofo de adodankwa ekufu ado yura agent sam na yura keke sapon ba bi omo obi ampanifo yi na me ntia omo sana information minister so pe ameka papa be information minister wo be sorry na information e da wo kwan no tu fe radio unim ye wo ka Sami Okunso, where you be an opening on then an ad was I not any. Papa Ibaye, and near ma, which you say, I at this tour. I know how a diama of my Ghana, and a papa Ibaye, oh, you need a free. Yansha Nana Abudani, Tokai, where you free ho, as in the Abba, Yamu and Semano. And now, Kwasi, and go to way, and assembly watching, now open for me. I brought it for me. Na ka odi ayewadi a uko ba bia wunya ye see 2020 kono uko pe na mado ni tesi so ye free what uko bisa assembly a upe in fact we picture the man na nra wo hwe na nado ba kwa me nkoma circle abrowa me mpeso aso na niema ye first light adwuma mu ye ho papa yi nam no inspect nam na nya papa we na NDC for papa yi ka wodi ni amamu na mamu yi odi wodi mana ya kono sei tell ntina John tayi tio so peso sa ba bia mu nti akwasi Jamaican nyanse Ghana for me nyabotre emfama na nabo any MPP mpanimfo because then ye can ye less than 2.5 years here you woman opani hanyama ye dia to okran ye frɛ ye ba adwuma Ghana for mpa ibonta ye kina kwasi me kɔ manim kura no aje na bo nze me nia babi
na se mo yesi anyo we dey koso emiti
okay ma me fa ntia ma ne wa bedwafo senior abrewa kan ogbadwuma you say the ogbadwuma say abo abaso me dada bia de ba kwa me hwe Sunday Kwasi Aboagye live Kwasi senkofo nimu a omon kai hu say the program bia ba Kwasi Aboagye interview nkofo live e Facebook
akwa we
na senior trending no
wa said that no ye you o de koso
da said bia me share anaya hu say o chima chia me this me share hu ana na baba bazu kakre
me da se
Inti eja wadwuma pa nna no na akọ interview me minister ye ma me osla uzu akufu na me send a message na kan ma na say me ne wani abi ofa me come asem so Ghana man pani papa be excellency na nado dankwa akufu ado oni na be de cheba o me ma me fa nchia ma won na yewra kojo opon kroma me de nchia kase MPP national executive yewra Sami Okuna na bi ene kejemfo me de nchia ma na yewra jombodo ofa senior brewa beka ye no na nado akwakoye mampani bi a oye historian president Kwasi ye ka historian president oba ye na breso nia ebinsi da nia obinye bi da na hexensense na nado dankwa kufa do beye na no ya medwe ho na mebusa se ye mampani John Dramani Mahama o hwe ne 4 years ene atamesi 4 years onya ye 8 years na omantini afa nya nyoma na nado de ye na 2 years pe Papa we ye no person was ababio no. Eya na me busa no say e dey proud have African leaders because we have got all these opportunities. Ye beto aba no oni unia Ibrahim Mahama Babo de be ka che say so lusu aba ko ye kua. Olusu ya na kwata me bauxite. 58% of our bauxite and na the man unia. And now say ye ko dey bauxite the Ghana for money na mba ko ye road nti because of your identity sa baba jam unia. Ni greedy no ada busy no nyansa ni ba kumpo ni mana ni ye kan say exercise na nado dan kwa fado nyomo odi atoto na kwa so Ghana for ye mistake da enteme ye man pani John Dramani Mahama de bi to Ghana for adwem if so when your report e be nyina say na nado be wi ni enteme odi nani actual electoral commission ye beka ye in 2016 ye man pani John Dramani Mahama by say electoral commission kuta mandate ye nyam no nyoma adwuma and then the see was a chedwuma say mentumpa nampan and the man penny John Dramani Baba catcher and say, and the electoral commission was sure. Omunya nyoma esafata. Na ye come on and say, Oba consider defeater. All reasons is here because defeat in there. I want any more channel because we shall not do them go for the nyoma power ye. Send you working or core circle. Not great masters. Omo mu yi gatemu. And then the Uban North Canadian first light. Because in so to send you Friday one yana and the kata kesia. Na nado dan go for the ya. Nana, you took your mouth.
May I say, I'm for Infanchato. Hello? Bako, sir.
Yes, I my papa, great more from Tema. Anyway, I know family free. Own an crew of ever. The Unibani crew, crew. However, and then my problem, Yaman to be brave. But maybe I may share Senor Montagny, co op na Bono Coinina. Nina, Papa, no, in the more canyones would be out there and Yamasi a Cosma. Mommy and first book as here for more engineers. Anna, this is now, or maybe can me this is here also. No credit back up. Anka, subsidy, a junior Montagny. And because near a mountain to go to 9 free a bank of sea, Nanko Baho Babahe. Nanso, young penny won't be a Juma or Magia to Mosua, young Juma man in Swain. Uncle Montagny, our quaper boy, and all kinds of when you're my idea. Oh, I had my idea, had my idea, and put a crump one caye. Nancy, now, or my man, actually. To make great Accra, have the American MCs need some of go home, don't go to office in Winia, never on second the bready. Yenny bread, the person man to Yenny a fine only nothing about the Dimano. And I can sell and tally shack as his son. No cranium, but they become young. Shampa, Zoom Lion. Shapa pay a point for the machine to the team, Miniamania, the break a come quiet. You also Papa Moon. When you do money casino, I don't know, I do not know, and as I hear quite a bomb assembly is now to never quite assembly, yet their contract. I'm always get a Tukuha, Yashi, Mampinaka, actually be a free show a bankasian and what's it from. And the same common penny had Hokuraba. That's what the Mamma wants me, I'm a papa, or what you would tell. And now no UTV, you did do a UTV, need GTV, my many so far. A former DCV or Zibila. 2007, 2008. What was it? Books, any hospital beds. I'm hospital. What near the other end at this one. You're born about when we've been here. 10 people before most also now your opposition MPP time and Dr. Mahmoud Bomia. It's in where the market here in your market the most school here, you know. Most of my parties, no, I didn't know where no. From DC, what we are the Ekas saying. Now, most of them are more man, my idea.
Medasi. All right, time for us to go. But Maminfa, messages no. Last batch, Minfa entry now. Wodoi from Tema says the NDC led by JDM can never win over MPP if we conduct credible elections in Ghana. That's Wodoi from Tema. Al Hassan Meisuna, Tema East Constituency Communication Officer for NDC says the President Nana Akufo-Addo has decided to assent his signature to the RTI. When free press is being oppressed by his subordinates closing down radio stations without due diligence, imagine just yesterday, Prince Binka, who led the demonstration to get the radio station back, and his house was ransacked. And so we speak, the wife and his children are traumatized. What a country we are living in. That is one from Al Hassan there. All right, so Maminda Munyina Siano Pay Mwamo Efre, Mwamo the messages by and Chimian kind in Yamon Franche, International Dharma, Yaudi and the Bantam making can be the amount. Yes, I just want to Kuada. May need that also ye Dionumi no na entertainment Ghana near day at so William Gain to Kwejo Damiado, Majera Sajman, Rahala Samoa, Etiemu Boy Warrior Facebook live streaming. Kwasi Aboagye near Fremi. I'm still darling and thank you very much. We're making way for Entertainment Ghana. Sorry. Pamye Jetiadia no Bremo. One team in Kebi Mochana Darome Besenshia.